them talk that she fast. Tell the girls stop harassing me and let me be when I pass. She be you can't spare. Why you got to give me for Christmas? Help me have a happy day. Why you got to give me for Christmas? I need something from you. Give me something for Christmas, boy, and I'll give you something too. Know what she gonna give me? She offered me that before, and the many times that she gave it away, the fire is gonna show. I can't risk taking that from she now, it might make me miserable. And I am a very cautious man, I afraid the doctor's legal. She begging, why you got to give me for Christmas? Give me anything you can spare. Why you got to give me for Christmas? Help me have a happy day. Why you got to give me for Christmas? I need something from you. Give me something for Christmas, boy, and I'll give you something too. From January to December, the girl on a begging spree. A young strong girl like Vera, begging every man she sees. She wearing a pair of old blue jeans, nasty till that turning black. And if you barely miss a sneeze, Vera will beg you for that. She begging, why you got to give me for Christmas? Give me anything you can spare. Why you got to give me for Christmas? Help me have a happy day. Why you got to give me for Christmas? I need something from you. Give me something for Christmas, boy, and I'll give you something too. Yes, she wants something for Christmas. She better get a job. Don't stand up around the corners looking for mental rock. She might try to rob the wrong man by using she dirty tricks and spend Christmas in the hospital with a lot of Christmas cakes. She begging, why you got to give me for Christmas? Give me anything you can spare. Why you got to give me for Christmas? Help me have a happy day. Why you got to give me for Christmas? I need something from you. Give me something for Christmas, boy, and I'll give you something too. She begging, why you got to give me for Christmas? Give me anything you can spare. Why you got to give me for Christmas? Help me have a happy day. Why you got to give me for Christmas? I need something from you. Give me something for Christmas, boy, and I'll give you something too. She begging, why you got to give me for Christmas? Give me anything you can spare. Why you got to give me for Christmas? When these dwelling was young, all brave forefathers saw the sea, from which our pride is grown. In pride that makes no one compose of what is as soon, that rise our hearts from coast to coast, that rise
to the Marcia Week Show. We are coming to you live from Barbados, and I'm holding in my hand the national flag of Barbados. And you just heard the beautiful anthem of Barbados. Tonight is a wonderful night. A lot of you are getting ready for your holidays and, you know, family time. Today is December 17th. Are you hanging lights? Were you like me hanging lights last night? I was hanging lights. I love lights. You know, I love to celebrate this season with lights, and so I was hanging lights. I don't know what you were doing. Were you seasoning up your meat, putting up your curtains? You know, what were you doing? I hope you're going to enjoy the season. You're going to enjoy your family time, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. It's a time when the family comes together, both Christmas and New Year's, and we do that right throughout the Caribbean and many countries in the world. Now, we know here in Barbados that while we are celebrating, while we've got that chicken leg in one hand or that piece of ham, you know, or a spoon of jug, right? We have a spoon of jug in one hand, and let me tell you, we are working over here. We are working over here because we recognize that this government, they're not caught up into Christmas and all of what it has to bring. They are preparing for us. They're coming out with bills. You know, they're planning elections. They are rolling out election gimmicks. That is what is happening in this time. And so we can't afford to be feasting and dining and dancing the night away. And they have big plans for us, right? They have big plans for us. We can't afford to do that. So we have to keep moving. We have to keep working as we are enjoying ourselves. We're enjoying family. Family come in, but you got to keep your ears to the ground, because even today, we saw so many things happening. But tonight, I want to welcome Teroni Hall. Teroni, good night. Welcome to the Marcia Week Show. Flojo, Judith Gillets, welcome. Mavis Lashley, hi. Welcome. Charmaine Taylor, welcome. Ronald Charles, Ronald Archer. What is wrong with me? Carol, Serlene, Mildred Ben. How are you doing? Sandra Charles, how are you? I am a big girl. Oh, my Andrea Critchlow, Beverly Prescott, wrong turn. Monica Ince, Jacqueline Aline. Hi, Cammie, Diana Husbands. Hello. I didn't see Lori Bob. Tanisha, how are you? Tyrone Blackman. Yes. Hi, Shirley. Is it cold there still? Barkley. Hey, Barkley. How are you? I wonder if that's a Barkley that I know. But good evening again to everyone. And this evening, our topic is no blank checks. Elections in the air. This is our 6th episode on elections. No blank checks, not so fast, PM Mottley, not so fast. And we're going to talk about that because we've got to look at exactly what is the PM saying versus what the bill is saying. And, you know, the thing that is her problem is this. What the issue that the Prime Minister has, it's the fact that we are here in Barbados, and we are not going to let her get away with any lies. She's not going to tell any lies, and we don't find out. We are committed. And whether she tells the lies Christmas Eve or she tells the lies New Year's Day, we going to get her. We are I tell you this. We are committed. We're going to be eating the chicken leg, and we're going to research. And thank God for the education that we have and the gifts that God has given us. We're going to analyze and we're going to expose what it is the PM really did and what she comes to fool us with in her response that she's fixed the bill. Lies. Not fixed. Not fixed. And one of the reasons I'm running ahead of myself, but I want to tell you so you understand why you need to share this. We mean business. She is not going to get away with anything. Do you realize how quickly she had to come out and say, well, she's changed, she's going to change the bill, the same bill she defended twice in a statement and in a press statement and in a press release 2 times. She in one day. That's what we told you, that something was wrong. 2 times in one day because they thought that because it's close to Christmas, they were going to get away with it because our mouths would have been too full and our heads giddy with rum. But no, we're going to stay sober in this Christmas just for you. Just for you. So those of you who are watching, you go and you let the PM know, and all of them. We are going to expose them on this show. And not just this show. You see what's happening on social media, where everybody is getting involved. Economists getting involved. I see Mollie today raising hell in the Senate. All kinds of things are happening. People are just saying no. And we welcome them all. Influencers, we welcome them all. I don't care what party they are or what they ever said about whomever. Now, we Bajans here. That's the only color of the blood is blue, yellow, and black right now. Put it up. So I'm running ahead of myself. I need you to know you need to share. You need to like. We're going to show you. We're going to undress it tonight. No fear. No fear on the show. We're going to undress it. So you need to like and you need to share. You need to stay on. Drink coffee. Don't go to sleep. Drink coffee because you got to know so you can tell your neighbor. You see, when we explain it, you're going to tell the neighbor, and then the neighbor going to tell the next neighbor, and then you're going to share the video. You're going to share the YouTube link, remember? All of those things. So we needed to stay with us. Then we're going to look at Animal Farm. Oh, my God. This chapter is something else. I see Mr. Bob there in the ready to come in chapter 5 of Animal Farm. Oh boy, Dave, do you have that video ready for us, Dave? Everybody, you need to, honestly, this is the most intriguing. When I was finished reading this, I wanted to go and pray. I said, my God, this is exactly what we are experiencing in Barbados. So don't go. And let me see if Dave is ready for us with chapter 5, because I don't want Mr. Bob to talk about chapter 5 yet. So I want him to come into I want Dave to put that up first. Guys, can you like and share, please? Like and share. Animal Farm chapter 5. How many of you actually read chapter 5? Anybody out there read chapter 5? Some people told me that they actually read or listened to the entire book already. Anybody out there read chapter 5? Let me see. No hands going up. Listen, don't leave me and Mr. Bob here, I'm Dave. What are you talking about? Come on, guys. We got to get in it. It is so interesting. Anybody? No, I'm not seeing anybody saying whether they read it or not. So let me move out the way and let Dave, go ahead, Dave. And
in chapter 5, Fancy Mollie continues to shirk her duties. Clover the horse spots her talking to one of Pilkington's men. Clover searches her stall and finds sugar cubes and ribbons, almost like bribes. Mollie disappears from the farm 3 days later, never to be seen again. Now, the animals give the pigs the power to make all the decisions, but they still have to be approved by a vote here. A conflict begins to arise more than ever between Snowball and Napoleon. Snowball wants to improve the farm and create committees. He wants a windmill. His popularity comes from his speeches. Napoleon raises support on a day-to-day basis. He wants to amass weapons, and he thinks a windmill is a bad idea and takes away from stockpiling growing food. Although it benefits the animals, he doesn't want to build that windmill. Too much work. He wants to continue as it is. They also clash over how the farm should be taken care of. Snowball wants to continue the propaganda, spreading news of what's happening there, where Napoleon wants more protection, more safety in the form of guns. They decide to put the windmill to a vote, and that Sunday morning before it can happen, Napoleon unleashes those 9 dogs he took earlier on Snowball, chasing him from the farm. Snowball is never to be seen again. Squealer begins to tell the other animals that Snowball was a bad influence. And 3 weeks later, it's announced that Napoleon will be building the windmill after all. Squealer says it was his idea in the first place. Mollie's disappearance is representative of something that happened in Soviet Russia all the time. She didn't agree with her party. She didn't feel comfortable or want to be there. She was being possibly bribed for information. She disappeared and is never mentioned again. At this point, no one knows if it's involvement with the pub owner or leaving of her own accord, or possibly even being put to death by the animals, headed up by Napoleon. At this point also, we can see that Napoleon has made a complete grab for power. And in this way, we see a parallel with Soviet Russia. Napoleon, like Stalin, became a brutal dictator who used his cunning, his violent force, and his might to oppress those around him and to bend the narrative, past and present, to his vision and what he wanted.
Old Major was like Vladimir Lenin, that Russian leader and visionary for communism. And his 2 successors, Napoleon and Snowball, are respectively like Joseph Stalin, the dictator, and Trotsky, the intellectual.
Napoleon has used his strength to drive Snowball off the farm, just like Stalin drove Trotsky out of the Soviet Union. And while all this was happening, educated Benjamin stays out, doesn't vote, and doesn't debate. Cynicism doesn't help anyone in this process.
Well, good evening.
Hi, good evening, Marcel. Good evening to our opposition.
Oh, what a chapter this is.
Yes, it was.
Chapter this is. Admin Farm Chapter 5. This one, they don't want to miss this one, Mr. Bob.
No. No, they can't. Because
you go right there.
We see how the democracy can, what we perceive as democracy can change so quickly, and how power corrupts absolutely. And we see leadership struggles at every level, and the play for power with one person overpowering the other. So that can happen at any point in time in our history if we are not guarded, and if we don't watch, and if we don't protest, if we don't speak out. And it was the commentator there who said that the intellectuals, it was, I think it's one person who was intellectual, one animal who refused to say anything. And that is what we see happening today in Barbados.
Yeah, Mollie.
Mollie, yes. Yes. We have a lot of intellectuals whose voices were heard between the years of, especially between 2013 and 2018. They are suddenly silent.
Yeah.
Yes.
But let's but I was just curious to talk with you about your view on it. And as I read it, I saw that it was the death of debate, really, because remember they would have these heated debates, and Napoleon would say one thing, make his views and snowball his views, and they were between chapters 2 to 5.
Yeah.
They were always having these heated debates and sometimes
disagreements. Yes.
Disagreements, But chapter 5, we see the death of debate. And
the death of opposition.
The death of, I love how you say that. The death of opposition. And that is actually what happened to us in 2018, where we had the death of opposition, right?
Yes. Yes.
The
And
death
and
of
and,
debate, yeah.
and thank God for that that the Honorable Ralph Dorn saw and responded in a way which has opened our parliament again for debate,
Yes.
robust debate on behalf of the people. That was missing. They were in there talking to themselves between 2018 and onward, talking to themselves, thumping the desks with no questions being asked. And that wasn't in the best interest of our country at all, at all, at all.
Not at all, not at
Mm.
all. So, we see where, I mean, for a lot of people, they thought it was a joke. Oh, 30 love, and they were,
Yes,
but
dangerous. Yes,
dangerous because that's where democracy has a potential to collapse. You see, and when democracy collapses, it's not something that it doesn't just happen overnight. It is something that is
it's
you
gradual.
see choked away slowly, and that's
Yes.
what really happened to this
Mhm.
point where we could be operating without a Republican constitution, and even
Yes,
though we're asking for it, we are not being given that.
and
And
that
yeah, go ahead.
and that is one of the things that we should demand, that our people should demand that we have a Republican constitution before you call an election. If you don't give us that Republican constitution, those are one of the areas that you will not get our vote, along with the other issues that we're facing.
Yeah.
Because I see today Senator Tate
Mm-hmm.
warned them about a piecemeal approach to the Constitution, which is not right.
Yes.
Although you had to have several commissions set up, a whole lot of town hall meetings, and now we're having a piecemeal approach. That is not in the best interest of our country at all. And this government seems to be lost as to what to do with it.
With it, yes, yes, and so if we're to go back to the actual text,
Mhm.
chapter 5, Snowball, he represented debate, planning, public
Yes,
explanation,
yes.
collective benefit, and so that is how we were being governed, really.
Hmm.
That's how we were being governed, I would say, because we had more of a healthy debate in Parliament, and people didn't feel that they would be victimized if they voiced a different opinion. But
Right.
Napoleon represents power without persuasion,
Yes.
control without transparency. Isn't that we're asking for? Everything is opaque.
Hmm.
Control without transparency. We see leadership by force, where they're pushing bills on us. They are
Yes.
trying to trick the people. No collaboration. I mean, I was surprised to see that Marsha Cadam, I don't know if she didn't take her meds or what. She's talking about how this government has done more public consultation, been involved in more public consultation than any other government. Now that is what you call lies and propaganda, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Mr. Bab. I
Yeah.
can't sugarcoat it
Yes. They say because they say things in the moment, and the unsuspecting persons um, listening,
Yes.
not doing a fact check, being emotional about it, would think that they're telling the truth. Like, for instance, I saw a comment from one of their supporters in response to um, the announcement of the appointments, said that the Frondestro administration did not appoint anybody. Well, I am proof that if we did one person, it was me. But then when I checked their document, 746 teachers, primary school teachers were appointed, and 300 secondary school teachers were appointed. And that is only in education.
So
And then,
what we need to do, Mr. Bob, we need to on the next show we need to fact check that person.
yes,
That's what we're going to do. We're going to bring the facts and we're going to put it beside what they said and ask them clearly, will you take this back now that the facts is presented? Because all of them, we're not, and they can do the same thing with us. If we
yeah,
have no lines on the show, do the same thing with us. And the
mhm,
viewers can do the same thing. Let us know if you believe that we have misrepresented something. then let us know that we've misrepresented it, you know.
Yeah,
But
that is it.
but that's what they but this is part of what happens, you know.
Yeah.
And we saw all of what was happening here in Animal Farm, chapter
Yeah.
5.
Chapter 5. Yeah. We see Napoleon Snowball focusing on building a windmill, giving fancy speeches about efficiency, generating electricity. No, these are all the things that the human beings that they trace off the farm. They were not supposed to do these things, but here they're embracing it and they're selling it to unsuspecting. It sounds good. It sounds sweet on the ears. But in truth, in fact, when you look at it, how are they going to, as animals, produce electricity? How are they going to put the windmill in position? And on Napoleon, on the other side, is being more practical. Dismiss the it initially says the foolishness, called a waste of time, and he was more, because during the winter time, he knew animals were focused. The food provision of food would have been the main focus, and getting through the winter and not starving. So he took a more practical approach in terms of focusing on food production. And
Yes.
that is where the whole, I saw the cracks started to develop in what on Animal Farm, and we see cracks today developing in some institutions because of a difference of opinion in terms of approach and how. And I'm hoping that those persons who sit around the prime minister will get up and say to her, "We are doing foolishness. This
Mhm.
don't make no sense.
No, but you see,
We're not having it."
no, and this is why we said it's the death of debate. It
Yes.
was the death of debate, and we mustn't forget Mr. Joseph Allen, who crossed the floor and felt that God wanted him to cross the floor so that we would have a healthy political situation. And so he crossed so that
Mhm.
there would have been some debate as well. And I
Yeah.
think we must commend these people. I think it's important. But let's look at, you spoke about the windmill,
Yeah.
right? But let's also the other thing about the windmill is how hope was used as a weapon. Hope.
Yes. Hope. Yes.
Yes, hope being used as a weapon because they're telling you about these future generations. And I want people to realize that some of what the government has promised them today, well, or yesterday, it's in 2026. It's not
Yes,
now.
because they're saying everything they, but if we pay attention at a later date in time to come, 2026,
Right.
next year, putting us on promises. We have to be careful with that.
Be careful. But remember that they haven't put a date on it. The
No dates.
the challenge that you don't want is when they go ahead and they had it, because all of this is part of the campaign. So there's a the
Yes,
election campaign has started, and they're promising you. Remember, like the windmill, the hope is being used as a weapon. So they're telling
that is
you
it. Yes,
what they're planning to do, and they're going
planning
to
to do.
do this, and they're going to do that. And because of who they are, we have to watch it. They might do it, but I'm just saying to us as citizens that these are things that we have to be very, very careful of. Where
Mhm.
we don't focus on the future. What that most
Yeah,
of the
it is a no, because we can only take them on their record. And if you
yeah.
look at their manifesto promises from 2018 and 2022, and we take them on their record of keeping promises, they have failed miserably.
Yes. Yes, and even with that, I found something today, and someone sent it to me that I believe that it was in 2007. Let me check that, but it's 2007. Is it, Dave? When was there an election in 2008?
Yes.
Right. So thank you. So 2007, they actually the same BLP made they what they did was that they in 2000 they announced that persons in the public service who were acting in positions for 3 years or more, right, up to 31st December 2007, that they were going to appoint them
Yes.
in the public service. And you know what? The people took the appointment because the election was January 15,
Yes.
2008. January 15, 2008. This is a fun fact, people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's facts. I went and double checked it.
Mm-hmm.
January 15, 2008. And guess what? The public servants, they said, okay, fine, you're going to give us that, fine. And they went and they voted out the BLP.
Yes. Because they saw right through it. They saw right through what was happening. And it's no different there today. Same playbook.
Right? They saw it. Now, we must note, though, that Snowball, after he's expelled, Napoleon takes up the windmill idea.
Mm-hmm.
The same plan that he opposed. He picked it up because Pope, they like to give you this Pope.
Yes.
Pope to be used as this weapon. We're going to make life easier for you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to ease the taxes, man. We're going to give you your term leave. You know, we're going to reinstate the term leave. We're going to do this for you. It's sometime in the future, but we're going to get it done.
Yes.
Right?
So we can call what we're seeing today the windmill approach.
The windmill approach.
Yes.
But let's talk about the dogs.
Huh.
Napoleon, in the story, Napoleon unleashes the dogs that he had there. They were training in secret. And for those of you who did not get a chance to read the book, the way the dogs were introduced was horrible. Snowball was busy, giving his points, presenting his points to the animals, and he was presenting his side, making his presentation for the windmill. And they were finally, the animals were understanding now, and you could tell that if they voted, they were going to vote for Snowball. So Napoleon realized that he could not out-argue, he could not out-debate Snowball. And what did he do? He then all of a sudden, these dogs started to pounce on Snowball. They ran into the meeting where they were having the meeting.
Because we don't Marcia, those dogs, and they want people to understand that even those dogs then were trained. If you remember in the previous chapter, when those dogs were pups, he took them. So all of that time before, he was planning to take over. So all the time that he was there, standing next to Snowball, he was planning how he's going to take over. And then he realized that he was losing the battle. Then he let loose his plan.
Correct. So he could not beat them. Could not beat Snowball on debate. So he then decided that they were going to use something else. Some other force is what they were going to use, their attack dogs. And let me tell you, without calling people any dogs, I'm not calling anybody a dog. What we know happened is that on social media, they put these bots. Remember the other night, they put bots that not real people on social media. Right now, actually, they seem to have shut down my just a while ago, and I'm so at ease. I'm not worried about them. My personal Facebook, those of you who normally watch on that, you can't watch on it. They've just told me that I can't broadcast on my personal Facebook. So you have to go to the Marcia Week show to watch the show, or to YouTube. All right, just letting anybody know that. You normally go to my personal Facebook page. You are not able to do that. All right, you're gonna have to go to the actual show. to YouTube or to the Marcy Week show to watch it. But you have these people when they can't win, they can't outmaneuver you, right? They can't outmaneuver you on what on in debate or just information, research, skill, talent. But they're going to come and find a different way to, uh,
Yes, because I saw a comment today, which puts the the 2000 person appointment, the appointments of 2000 persons in perspective, and how it was manipulated for the last 4 years, and instead of the trolls and the influencers dealing with the issue that was put, they launched some blistering personal attacks on the person who posted. So you will get that. So they will send out these persons to attack you, to run you off, and attack any person who their voice is a different opinion, or bring persons up to speed on what is actually happening with the promises and the gimmicks that are now being that we're now seeing unfolding in December as we get ready for the next election. And I'm saying, once you see that, just listen, just read the comments. You can decide if they have substance, if they're addressing the issue, and you can go from there. Do not mind the personal, don't get caught up with the personal attacks, because that is what they are supposed to do. They are sent to discredit. They are supposed to show their political masters that they have gone on social media and put in their 5 cents worth in the attempt to discredit those persons who are posting. So I want persons to understand that that is what we're going to be faced with in the next few weeks, as we see more persons commenting and bring the electorate up to speed with what actually is happening on the political landscape. If it does not fall in line with what the government is saying, you are not going to get the debate. That is going to be shut down. But if you persist, they're going to come with the personal attacks, which can, and if the persons have family members and if they're working, they can be very intimidating at that point in time, whether we'll hold on to my job, whether we'll be fired and those things. But we don't be afraid. We have the power of the vote.
Yeah. These dogs really, I mean, once the dogs appear, the debate ends. Because they don't want to hear the other side of anything. Right? Once those dogs appear, the debate ends. And I mean, might as well say the voting ends, because they come to intimidate. They're, as you were saying, they're armed with intimidation, right? And that fear, they come with fear, and the dialogue ends, and they try to intimidate people. So when you think about even Barbados today, look at what Barbados today did today. They put up an old article of Marsha Cattle saying that, the government has always, opened to public consultation. And like we don't live here, and we don't experience them rushing ahead with bills and doing things that we don't know anything about. So she's going to put that out, and Barbados today puts it out almost like it's an ad. In America, what would happen is that now you're going to have somebody is gonna question that at Barbados today. But they allow these things to go out, and it's an old article. But they chose to put that out today because of what's been happening the last couple of days, right?
Yeah, Marcia, I did see it. You said it's an old article from which date?
No, it's an old article. However, it was put out by Barbados today. I commented on it. I commented on it on my Facebook page. I don't know if my Facebook page you can still go on. I know that for sure. My my stream on my personal Facebook is not there. It's taken down. But if you go there, you will actually see it. Yeah.
So so we see with this turn of events in chapter 5, the loss of democracy, where debate was shut down, where even Sunday meetings were cancelled, and decision making was controlled, and propaganda became the order of the day.
Correct. Yes. Exactly. And we see also the criminalization of dissent, and
Yes.
which were snowballed for doing nothing more than dissenting. All he did was to have a different view from Napoleon. That's all that happened. He had a different view, and guess what? He was chased off the farm. He was labeled a traitor. Do you know how many names that they have called this show? Those same MPs, the names that they have called this show, we're blamed for, and they blamed him for future failures, right? This begins that pattern where all the problems are blamed on the absent enemy. You remember? Now they said, oh, you know, in any case, it wasn't even his idea about the windmill, right? And they said, oh, he didn't even really do anything at the battle. When you remember that, the battle?
Yes.
They said, oh, Snowball didn't even do anything. You know, he wasn't that good. He didn't even deserve that.
But we have that right here, right in our faces. You told us that the DLP ministers were part of a lost decade. They didn't do anything. They were the worst thing that ever happened to this country. Know that they're out of power. Know that Snowball is gone. Know that the DLP is out of power. They are grabbing hold of those same persons who were part of an era that was so bad. The mill was so bad. Objected to it. But now here you are taking it up and then saying to us, it was actually a good idea. I also remember when how they vilified the late Erskine Sandy further about that 8% cut. He lost an election, part of the election because of that as well. That was the worst thing that persons believe happened to them. But you know that I've lived long enough to hear those same persons on the opposite side said it was the best decision ever made in Barbados. Wow. So we have to be careful with how these administrations, this one in particular, come to us and say this was bad, this was good. Because they're just being politically expedient. They just want to get their hands on power. And after that, what or who was bad suddenly becomes good. The windmill effect.
The windmill effect. I like that. I like that. And we see here also with the cybercrime bill, this is supposed to be the greatest government, the greatest administration ever, that according to Marsha Cattle, that, you know, is open to public consultation, to dissent, to debate, and they are the ones who wanted to criminalize dissent through the cybercrime bill. Remember that. We will not forget that. And they are just waiting until they get into power and the cybercrime bill will be brought in. I'm telling you, that is just sitting there.
Because as I said on previously, I believe I said that they are only waiting for Barbadians to make the mistake and vote them back into office, but in this case into power. And then they come and say that these things were part of the election and they have been given a mandate and they're going to press forward with those things. They're just sitting there, you know.
Correct.
They're just waiting. So we cannot make the mistake to allow them to say that they were given a mandate and then we say that we were that we are sorry. We can't be sorry. We can't stay home from the polls this time. This election is very important for all of Barbados and Barbadians.
Yes, yes. And you know that's the same thing that was done with the Republic. Remember? They promised that there would be consultation, there was none. Right? By the time they got it, they did what they wanted to do, and it's basically the same thing with the VAT, the same thing. And tonight we're going to look at, as we're looking at the economy, you know, we're going to be able to see some of what they had promised and what they didn't do. You know, we look at even let's look at Squealer, right? Squealer, he was the propaganda. You know, he was the voice of the propaganda. He was a tool for propaganda. And you see, propaganda replaces truth. I mean, Squealer is deadly. Squealer is deadly. When you hear what Squealer presents, I mean, it is he rewrites reality.
Yes.
He says he told those animals that Napoleon was always in favor of the windmill. Would you believe that when those animals were there when the dogs were set on Snowball?
Yeah.
They were there because Snowball had a different opinion to was always in favor of the windmill. Napoleon was against it. But Squealer, that's what Marshall Cattle is doing. We saw it with our eyes. We experienced the disrespect and the disregard and the no public consultation. But Marshall Cattle comes to us and says, "Oh, there's no administration has been open to public consultation like this one." Almost like we never lived it.
But
Propaganda.
But you know what is sickening is that we are standing and very disrespectful to our intelligence as well, and taking us as fools. We live every day in Barbados. We have our own experiences to be guided by, and we will get people like Marshall Cattle and others in that party who will stand up in front of us, bold faced, and tell us that that our reality is false.
Yes.
Any person that does that to you, any leader that does that to you, any representative that does that to you has no respect or regard for you as a person trying to make ends meet in Barbados. Once they have reached that stage, it is time for them to go. We have a Labour minister sitting before us bragging about 21 cents. When we know inflation and the cost of living in Barbados, that can never match up to it. But then they're going to go into the print media and create a spin as if that has met our needs. And then they go into Parliament where we sent them to represent us, to give an opinion, to say to us that there's nothing for us to quarrel about.
Listen,
they need to go. They're sickening.
Oh, it is sickening. Dave, if you look in your WhatsApp, you will see the one from today, and Barbados today is part of this propaganda. In fact, it is being said, and you can correct me, Mr. Bob, it appears as though Barbados today even took down, you know, the first press statement that was made by the Prime Minister that had a lot of negative comments. It is being said or being alleged that Barbados today actually took it down. Now, Barbados today also, 2 hours ago, well, go to it there, go to the actual, go up and click on Barbados today. Go down, I'm sorry. Go to Barbados today itself, yes, and see when they posted that today. Because I want to show you something.
Okay, right here. I see it down at the bottom.
Where is it?
Right under cattle wants national debate on public service pay.
No, not
that one. He's on the
But
next page.
I don't know how we will find it. But today, that article that Dave had up was reposted by Barbados Today, trying to sway public sentiment. That was done back when they had their in November. Was it November, October, early November, October, when they had their national council? Okay, the national conference is when she made the comment. And Barbados Today, in order to promote the propaganda about the party, put it up again. And it is a lie. Marsha Cattle, you are lying. You are lying. And we are not going to mince any words with you, madam.
She should tell us this and she should tell us this truth where she will resign, where she left the cabinet. That's what she should spend time telling us.
Tell us why
her principles were aligning with hers.
Exactly. Why did you resign? It's such a free and you have such a free and an open space in Barbados to share your opinion and share your thoughts. Why didn't you tell the people why you resigned? You see these people telling lies.
One thing keeps them together. That is the need to hold on to power. That is one thing that keeps them together. Because I can remember when they fought, then they put each other in court, but they hug up on the platform. One thing keeps them together. Power. We have to see it. And it is not about power in Barbados, it's about governance. So electing a political party to office, that is what. And we have to get rid of this this phrase about when we get in power.
Correct.
It is not about you getting power. It is not your power. It's about the people and governance. And it's for them when we get back in power. That is what it's about.
Yeah. You know, Squealer tells them that Snowball was always a criminal. Huh? This is what Squealer is now telling the people. These are clear lies. Decisions are too complex for ordinary animals. He let them know that's why we have to do it. You understand?
Yes.
We can't do any debates anymore. No more debates because decisions, you can't help to make decisions. They're too complex for you. Right? And then he brings out the fear factor. Surely, comrades, you do not want Jones back. Surely, because surely you don't want the DLP back. That's what is going to be there on their election campaign. Surely, comrades, surely, Barbadians, you don't want the DLP back. That's what they said, right? Fear, they use fear to shut down questioning, right? People are told they must choose between obedience. We're being told choose between obedience or chaos. They're going to brand us as those that don't love Barbados. That's anybody who is opposing. They don't love Barbados. Yes. They're being emotional. They're being personal. They're being political. That's where we're going to be labeled as. Mr. Bass,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
so they're going to say to people like us who are opposing what they're doing or bring light to the audience and to the public, the voters in Barbados, and warning them about what we're seeing, that we don't like our country. It will go and at some point in time, then we have to call the leader to account. We don't like the prime minister. That is what they're going to, and they will make it a personal, that we are attacking personal because we don't like her. I was told that already. You don't like the prime minister, but that is not true. I don't know how to hate. It's a wasted emotion. What I will not stand though is unfairness. They cannot be, their policies are unfair in Barbadians, and I know the majority of Barbadians cannot stand unfair things. If a Barbadian walk down the street and see a group of persons taking advantage, they're going to say something. But that was the Barbadians I knew. Man, y'all unfair in the man, whether he's right or wrong, they see it and they don't like it and they're going to call it out. So now, because you're calling out what they're doing, their policies are something on bordering on nuisance policies and legislation, and you call it out, they are coming up with legislation that questionable, that we question about taking up our taxpayer our money, and you spent your time in a press conference and a press release trying to convince us that we were emotional, that we were political, we were wrong. I heard once some people, you only objecting because you don't like the PM. But then we see an article today which says that they're going to that adjustments are coming.
What kind of
what was those two press conferences about? For shut us down? And they went to the other tactic. So to shut us, the first tactic was to bully your way through it, rush past these people with this here, stand in their faces. When that did not work, and there are professional people who came around and said, no, stop. Then you bring this article today, a headline which says, changes coming in the future. That is another tactic. And I'm saying we have to keep our eyes open about it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And we're continuing the book, and I think we're going a little slower with this book tonight, but I think it's important, Mr. Bob, because one of the things that we saw, and we kind of mentioned it before, is the end, basically the end of voting occurred, right?
Yes.
Democracy was quietly removed because Napoleon announced that the meetings will no longer be held. They would have their weekly meetings. The meetings will no longer be held. So they will come together, but they just give them orders.
They give them orders, yes. I think that some things that happen in cabinet, you come together, and this is where it is, because I can't believe that intelligent men and women will come to Parliament. I remember earlier, the animals, they understand, but they knew how to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So they were told how to vote. But we have persons who are intelligent, persons who are given the responsibility of representing their constituents and constituencies, that will come to Parliament and will support legislation like what we're saying. You mean that nobody cannot say to her, no, pause, hold a minute, this don't sound right? The people of Barbados are not going to accept this? And then we have persons who are aspiring to be leaders. And I'm talking about Kurt Humphrey, who's pushing himself up to a possible replacement leader that will come to, he disqualified himself because he had a grand opportunity to make a different submission on the whole bill. He had an opportunity to say, understand, like me, I understand. I would say, for me, I would say, I understand the concerns of the people. He didn't necessarily disagree, but he understands the concerns. But no, he went helter-skelter into supporting what the Prime Minister was saying. And now he got egg on his face because now we have a headline where changes will be coming.
The same bill that they were all, and this is what Barbadians need to really let register. This is the same bill, the very same bill that the Prime Minister defended and said people were emotional, they were political, all these different things that she said about those that were anybody who had anything to say about the bill. However, by the next day, she's changing the bill. And let me tell you, the change that she's making, and we're going to show you after this segment, that it's no change, it's a trick. Once again, Prime Minister Mottley is tricking the people. It's
No
not
tricks in 26.
no
We ain't
trick.
taking no tricks in 26.
We are going to uncover every trick. No tricks in 2026. That's a Mr. Bob. That came right from Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob is on fire. No tricks in 2026. We got to get that up on the screen. No tricks in 2026. We are going to uncover them. Not just when I say we, I mean the people. Everybody on social media. We're going to uncover the tricks. No tricks in it. Once we see it, I am telling you, we're going to say it. And that's the nightmare that they're going to have with us.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nightmare for them. So let's go back to the text a little bit to chapter 5, right?
Yeah.
So we talked about the meetings were no longer held, no more voting, no debate, no consultation. And the reason, as we've said, there's no consultation. We could go from bill to bill to bill to show you, and you know that too. And they seek to push through the bills when they push through the bills whenever they think we are very busy, whenever they think that we're eating a lot, we're into festivities, we're dancing, we're eating, we're making merry. Then they come with what they think that we're not going to be happy about. But they got caught. And that's what we're going to do. Thank God for everybody, all the professionals out there that are looking at things now. That is wonderful. Mr. Thorne is there as well, and he can't do it alone. So that's why we're But you know the interesting thing about this chapter 5 of Animal Farm, when Napoleon said that meetings will no longer be held, the animals accepted it.
They accepted it because they were afraid as well too. Because if some protested, I read that some protested, but once the protesting began, there was a growth. There was a growth from the dogs, and they knew it was wrong, but the attack dogs were there, so it was either life or limb.
I hope everybody that's watching heard that. There was a group that Mr. Bob is right that protested, but then the dogs howled, rolled at them, and they pulled back. And in their hearts, they knew that they needed to have these meetings, but the attack was too much. And we've seen that happen over and over, where people say they're going to stand up, right, Mr. Bob? They're going to stand out.
Yes.
And you know what? They don't last 2 mornings.
And they're afraid, and they are afraid of what may happen to them because they may be in a job that they need to keep. So they're going to silence, not out of fear of losing the livelihood, and they hold it over your head. And too much of that is happening on this administration, where people feel that they cannot speak. They have to be looking over their shoulder. When we have reached a stage like that in our country under a government, it is time for them to go.
Yes. And that's what happened, where the animals accepted it because of fear, right? Now, I want us to look at two of these animals very, very clearly, closely, Mr. Bob. There's Boxer. I want us to look at Boxers. I call it a tragic response. Boxer was always the hardest worker. And I was surprised when I read in chapter 5. So Boxer is a mule?
Yes. A mule, yes. Yeah, one work hard.
Work hard, okay. And Boxer, at the end of it, he just says, Napoleon, he responds with, Napoleon is always right. I could not believe him. Him is an animal. And he said, I will work harder.
Yes.
Huh? This is devastating, really, to hear Boxer say this.
Just throw up his hands.
Boxer basically is a working class. It's the people that do the hard work in this country.
And they throw up their hands and they don't bother to vote anymore. And they use a phrase, and I hear a phrase being used, it is what it is. I don't like it.
It is what it is. And that's what boxer resigned to. Well,
Yeah.
I will just have to work harder. You know, I think, so that their hard work replaces their ability to think critically. They don't want to think anymore,
Yeah.
right? It replaces them requiring accountability. The hard work replaces resistance. So we're just going to work hard. If we work hard, we will make it. Don't bother to complain. Just work harder. You know, the prime minister is right. You know, the government is always right. Napoleon is always right. And so they go along with blind loyalty, right? Blind loyalty, which basically fuels this authoritarian rule.
Yes. Yes, it does. And it's unfortunate that we're more or less at this stage. I'm hoping that something can happen that can shake our people up in large numbers and get up and take control of their destiny and take control of this country. Because the government is of the people and should be for the people, not the other way around.
Yes, yes. You know, he boxer is what you would call he embodies those dedicated workers, you know, and we see how he's being exploited. And as I said, it's a working class, and I believe I would love to hear what the people in the comment section, what they're saying about it was a horse. It was a horse, the strongest animal on the farm, the strongest.
And he had a weak and the situation gave him a weak mind. He just threw up his hands. But I have to um, leave shortly, and it's
Yeah,
been a good discussion. Yes,
it's a great discussion. I'm just going to
yeah,
continue a little bit with Molly.
yes,
With
yes,
Molly, we're going to continue a little bit there with Molly. But thank you so much for joining.
yes. It's been a
I know
pleasure.
coming on every night, it's not easy.
Yes,
So you
but
want
because
for me,
I will
how
I will continue to listen as I move, as I travel. I'm going
yes,
from one place to the next. Okay.
God bless, God bless. So let me hear from you all, guys. Boxer, let me hear from you all, guys. About Boxer. What are your thoughts about Boxer? What are your thoughts about Boxer? Sometimes what appears to be loyalty is really apathy and fear. You're right. Sometimes we're thinking that it's loyalty, but people are just afraid. And you know, do you think more of those people are in Barbados than are outside? That do you think that Barbados is made up of mainly persons like Boxer? Do you think Boxer believed that no animal should kill another animal and he got passive? Okay, yeah. How about Barbados? Do you think that that is really Barbados, that Boxer is you would find quite a number of boxers in Barbados? No, no comments. No, okay, no comments there. All right, so let me move on to Molly. What about Molly? No, Molly was quite vain, a pampered cart horse, and she represents, kind of the middle class, or those who are the, upper middle class, those who value comfort over principles. How about that character? The Molly character loves attention, ribbons, and sugar. She loved ribbons and she loved sugar. So she loved to pretty up herself and she loved to eat what's beautiful, nice things. And she wants sugar, sweet. And from day one, she showed very little interest in the revolutionary ideas. If you remember, even when the battle occurred, what happened to Mollie? Where did they find Mollie? Mollie had her head in a box somewhere. Mollie wasn't fighting. She avoids hard work when possible and complains about it. So she's the opposite of Boxer. Boxer is the hardest working animal on the farm, and Mollie is the laziest. Mollie does no work, looks pretty, and loves sugar. She's distracted by material pleasures and personal vanity, right? She's not interested in the welfare of the farm at all. So in the end, what happens is that she abandons the farm and the revolution for sugar, right? And she went and she joined the humans who gave her the comforts that she desires of the sugar and the the ribbons in her hair. So she rejected sacrifice and responsibility. Do we see a lot of that in Barbados? Do we see a lot of people like Mollie? Mollie represents who? What group of people in Barbados do you think Mollie represents? Those that reject sacrifice and responsibility. They prioritize personal comfort. They leave the struggle behind. They would never go out on a march. So you have the type of the Boxer. They are hardworking, the working class. They too will not go out on a march because they say Napoleon is always right. And they just need to work harder. They respond to all of the challenges in Barbados by saying, we just need to increase our efforts. We need to work a little harder, right? And, they try to prop up the leadership and the administration, and they're just loyal to the administration. So you have the Boxers and you have the Mollie. Let me see your comments. Somebody said the private sector. Nobody else? Nobody else responding to that? It's so important for you to read the book, right? Because I think that as you read the book, then as you read the chapters, you're going to be able to get into the story. Okay. They could be the private sector. You're right, Jacqueline. They could be the private sector. They could be the upper middle class. Could be. A lot of these people, believe it or not, they're leaving Barbados. I know quite a few of them. They are leaving Barbados, upper middle class to upper class, or whatever you want to call them. John B. Nathan is responding, says the Boxer class may be very alive in Barbados. Increasingly, even when people speak out, they preface each statement with, I'm not going to be political. So they are afraid to offend. Natasha is saying the unions. Who do you think are the unions, Natasha? Pedro is saying the bar. Are you saying the bar association, they are the Mollies? I'm trying to understand what you're all saying. Natasha, can you explain what you mean by the unions? Anybody can help her? I don't understand what she's saying there. No? Oh, okay. Well, guess what, guys? That's it for that's it for Animal Farm tonight, and I really do hope one of the things we do on this show is education. And I know a lot of you love when it's all hype and so on, but this is education. We needed to go deep in. because and for you to be able to learn something from this book. And that's the best that we can offer, because we're really about a revolution happening. Somebody said that they're taking notes. Yeah, that they're taking notes. Okay, all right, fine. All right, guys, Dave, I know we got a new song from Michelle. Okay. And Dave, you've got that song there, and what I forgot the name of it, and we just want to play that now, and for them to tell me whether they like this song. Do you like this song? Is Who Gon' Confess? Dave, if you have it, and we're gonna play that one, right? Who Gon' Confess? We are supposed to have Don Leacock to join us this evening. And also, we have there's another young lady we're waiting to see. I'm not going to announce it just yet. Supposed to be joining us this evening. And we were hoping to have Mr. Hines, and Mr. Hines is not able to do. But this going to flow tonight. All right, so go right ahead, Dave.
DJ run the rhythm. Barbadians fed up now. Hold a vibes. Who go confess? Let go.
Who go confess? Who go confess? Money leak out, whole place in a mess. The ones pan loans, people under stress. Tell we now. Who go confess? Who go confess? Who go confess? Money gone ghost, we can't process. Send Lucy way, Inky way in distress. Somebody talk. Who go confess?
More loans drop, what really going on? Mottley sell off before dawn. Q8 need funds, money done gone. St. Lucie waiting too long. 120 mil vanish, that is stress. Bring out the books, let the country assess. Barbadians and foolish, let we see the process. Open up the file, who go confess? Yeah. Who go confess? Who go confess? Money leak out your foolishness. Who go confess? Who go confess? Who go confess? Foreign man honor, land you way clear. Barbadians can't catch a break anywhere. Africa deals hush disappear. Quiet like the breeze, nothing ain't fair. Chinese loans next sign here, sign there. Migrant workers in Bejan house that fear. St. Lucie MP, stand up if you care. Stop pal, I'm talking loud right here. Say it ain't so, let the people know. Where the money flow, only God might know. Say it ain't so, let the truth just show. Open up the file, run it quick, let we go. We tired now. Confess the mess. Government got we enough distress. Social services alone again, yes. But pockets dry, pure emptiness. Come off your phone, stop dodge the press. Ralphie come in, rattle case, no rest. Chickens loose, truth bust out the nest. Who go confess? Who go confess? Eh? Who go confess? Who go confess? Money leak out, whole place in a mess. Low and small loans, people under stress. Tell we now, who go confess? Eh? Who go confess? Who go confess? Every cent gone, nothing left to address. Agents want answers, no more guess. Step forward now, who go confess? DJ Aggressive. Who go fun? Who go fun? Who go fun? Who go fun? I tell her you are there. Who go fun? Who go fun? Who go fun? Who go fun? Chickens loose, truth spreading, everybody watching. Stop hiding, stop dodging, tell the nation straighten. Who go confess? Who go confess?
Yes, that's Michelle. Michelle. Anybody like that one? Who like that one? I see somebody as well say that we need to get Donville on the show. I tried again today because I thought it would be good to come back. But I didn't get through today, so I didn't get him today at all. Steve Moore, what are you saying that the sound should be what? I don't understand. Yeah. Somebody says Boxer is a cabinet and Mollie is a yard pole. I don't think so. Well, that's your opinion, you know, but I don't think so. Based on the story, it is we're talking Boxer and Mollie. It's really in the story, it's really the people, the different types of people that are in a society, right? Yeah. Okay, so people like the song. Yeah. All right. So, folks, we're going to talk about the Barbados the same economic diversification and growth fund bill, okay, of 2025. So we're going to talk about that this thing, but we're going to look at the response, response of the Prime Minister. How many of you saw the response of the Prime Minister? How many of you saw the response of the Prime Minister? Right, Dave, let's go to the next slide. So we're going to look at what the Prime Minister says versus what the bill already allows, okay? What is the Prime Minister saying? Anybody read it? Nobody talking to me tonight. What's going on? Nobody talking to me tonight. What is the PM saying really? Who read the response of the Prime Minister? John Rock says, I did not. All right, let's go to the next slide, Dave. The PM is saying that the ministers must explain deviations to Parliament. And she's saying that that is going to strengthen transparency and increase accountability. Am I correct? Is that what you understand from what the Prime Minister said, whether you watched it? Some people, okay, Pedro said, I watched it. Right? And others might have read it. So she's saying that the minister must explain deviations to the Parliament. Now, basically what she's saying is that after the minister has acted, and if there are deviations, then the minister has to explain that to Parliament. Are you happy with that? Are you happy with that? Let's get the next slide, Dave. Somebody said makes sense, listen to lies. Well, what I do, I don't listen anymore. I actually read, you know, because I've got to read it for the show. So the bill actually says, clause 7.1, the minister may enter into agreements for disbursements from the fund. All right, the minister may enter in agreement. So the minister is the one that will enter into agreement, right? And this power already exists in the law because it's there. So the minister has the power. And the Prime Minister is saying, oh, well, we're going to put in more accountability and transparency. So the minister is therefore, you know, if there's any deviation, then they will have to come to Parliament and explain. Do you think that is enough? Do you think that's enough? Dave, go to the next slide, please. The committee, there's a committee, and the role of the committee only recommends. The committee does not approve or block payments. The minister retains full decision-making authority. That is still in the law. That is still in the law. I was, listen, Angel Humble, you're reading my mind. I was just about to ask, Who is going to be the minister? Now, I know I can tell you the feed, there is something that is going on tonight, folks. I need you to pause and to like. Have you liked? Those of you normally like and share, can you pause and do that? I can tell you that my I can see it on here. It's telling me that one of my Facebook accounts that people are not able to watch on that account. All right. Can you just stop and just share? Like and share, please. If you have done that yet, can you like and share? I'm just going to give you a little time to do that. Have you shared? Have you liked since you started watching? Who do you think this minister is going to be? These are some of the issues that were raised by many on social media, including Trisha Watson. Who you think this minister is going to be? The minister retains full decision making. Do you understand that, you know, you could give this money out to your friend? It's basically a blank check. Somebody said the minister is going to be the PM. Is the minister going to take accountability for the missing funds? Next slide, Dave. But why explanation is not controlled. The minister still controls the funds. The explanation for what the minister has done will come after the decision. Parliament cannot stop the payment because the decision was already made to give out the $225 million. It's already made. This is where the problem comes in, Prime Minister Mottley. This is where, and this is why you have to understand, so that when you have to, when you have to speak with your neighbors, those at work, those in your church, and they say, what about this bill? But the Prime Minister said she's going to make the changes, and people are still not, still saying that they need, she's not doing the right thing. Well, explain to them this. You can actually let me remove this banner. We have the wrong banner up. You can take a screenshot of this. The minister still controls the funds. The explanation comes after the decision, after the minister has decided on who is to get money. Then the parliament can't stop the payment. It's done already. The deal is done already. Somebody asking a good question. How is Barbados going to run without the consolidated fund? They're going to go in and they're going to keep taking it out. They're taking it out, taking it out. Everything is for somebody else, not us. Next slide, Dave. So basically, reporting to Parliament is not a safeguard. Right? No parliamentary approval before payment, no parliamentary vote before agreement, no suspension if Parliament objects. Everything is in this minister. I wonder who this minister is. Next one, Dave. What actually happens? And we're repeating here, just for emphasis, the money committed, agreement signed, the funds are paid, and then Parliament hears later. And Miss Mottley is convincing us that they have made changes, and that because Parliament is going to hear later, therefore there is accountability and transparency. Are you happy with that? Parliament hears later, after the minister has made all of these decisions, committed the money, Parliament hears later. Are we happy with that? The next slide is. And so the safeguard, that guardrail that we're talking about is not in the actual act. And because it's not put into law, it means that anything can happen. It can just change. It can change. You see? And this is why I say Mia Mottley has once again tricked the people of Barbados. I know a lot of us are distracted right now with Christmas, etc. But you know what? Later on, as you're cleaning or whatever you're doing, I hope that people would put in the show and listen to it. She is once again thinking that she's going to get away. She once again believes that she's going to get away and be able to do what she wants to do by once again coming and giving us and saying to people, oh, well, we're changing the bill. But what you're doing, you're not changing the actual bill, Prime Minister. You're not. The safeguard that you are telling us that you put, that you're now placing the guardrail, the safeguard, is not in the bill itself. Yeah. Nib says it reminds him of the vacuum appliance salesman. Correct. Yeah. The next slide. And I want people to understand this tonight. Very important. We understand that when you have broad powers, you're going to create risk. The risk is going to be high, right? And we went through all of this the other night because we're basically giving the people a blank check. Foreign investors are getting a blank check. That's what it is. Very little oversight. There's nothing. She's not changing the bill. If what she said is what is going to happen with the bill, nothing much has changed. The actual bill has not changed. The next slide there. The minister still controls $225 million. Parliament remains reactive. It's after the minister has done already assigned the money, commissions the money, made all the arrangements, and then Parliament reacts. Reporting after payment, Prime Minister Mottley, is not protection. Reporting after payment, Prime Minister Mia Mottley, is not protection. Correct. At this point, they want this to go away. They want this to go away. That is what they want. The Prime Minister wants this to go away. So she got up and just said something to get it to go away. Barbadians, I'm hoping you're listening tonight. It's a begging. I like this names. The behavior of the PM is one of begging the public to trust her. She's willing to say anything for approval. And folks, let me tell you this. Let me just put up this, put up the number and ask you people to call in. So we can start our calling early tonight. That's good. Because we've been having these shows and we have not been having a lot of call-ins, right? So tonight, this must be what needs to happen. We flow, right? We flow. So this is your time. All right. So this is your time. So be free to call in. This is your time. This is your time to call in. Yeah. So let's go back to that song. Yeah, let's go back to that song as people get ready to call in. Those of you who told me that you want to call in, we couldn't accommodate you the other nights. Go ahead and call in.
DJ run the rhythm. Barbadians fed up now. Full of vibes, full of vibes. Who got confess? Let go. Once pan loans, people under stress. Tell we now who go confess? Who go confess? Who go confess? Money gone goes, we can't process. Send Lucy way in distress. Somebody talk, who go confess? War loans drop, what really going on? Mottley sell off before dawn. QA need funds, money done gone. St. Lucie waiting too long. 120 mil vanish, that is stress. Bring out the books, let the country assess. Patrons and foolish, let we see the process. Open up the file, who go confess? Who go confess? Who go confess? Money leak out, pure foolishness. Who go confess? Who go confess? Who go confess? Foreign man honor, land you way clear. Barbadians can't catch a break anywhere. Africa deals hush disappear. Fire like the breeze, nothing ain't fair. Chinese loans next sign here, sign there. Migrant workers in Bejan house that fear. Sing Lucy MP, stand up if you care. Stop pal, I'm talking loud right here. Say it ain't so, let the people know. Where the money flow, only God might know. Say it ain't so, let the truth just show. Open up the file, run it quick, let we go. We tired now. Confess the mess. Government got we enough distress. Social services alone again, yes. But pockets dry, pure emptiness. Come off your phone, stop dodge the press. Ralphie come in, rattle case, no rest. Chickens loose, truth bust out the nest. Who go confess? Who go confess? Who go confess? Who go confess? Money leak out, whole place in a mess. Low and small loans, people under stress. Tell we now, who go confess? Who go confess? Who go confess? Every cent gone, nothing left to address. Agents want answers, no more guess. Step forward now, who go confess? DJ Prince, who go confess? Who go confess? I tell you what you want here. Who go confess? Chickens loose, truth spreading, everybody watching. Stop hiding, stop dodging, tell the nation straighten. Who go confess? Who go confess?
All right. Well, the line is open up. 236-7000. Somebody just called and I don't know, we got cut off there. 236-7000. Somebody says, give away our money while we suffer like the NIS contributions. The thing, Jay, is what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Jacqueline is saying, what has she left for Barbadians in Barbados? Struggling to get jobs and the youth killing each other. Everything is sold off. How do we survive now? What are you going to do about it, Jacqueline? What are we doing about it? Here's a big question. How do we feel about what has happened, the announcements that were made today? You know, about the term leave that will be reinstated, the over 2,000 jobs. You know, positions are going to be made permanent positions. And I saw a little something that was sent to me this morning, and I'm going to try to find it. Something that was put on. I was told it was put on Facebook, but I want to hear from you guys. Call in. Let me know. This is the time for you to call in and let me know what are your thoughts. What are your thoughts about all that the Prime Minister has, you know, is giving away? It's Christmas time. Okay, there's a call coming in. Good night. Good night. Can you turn down all the devices?
No problem. It's turned already.
Turn off. Good night. Welcome to the Marcy Week Show. What's on your mind?
Yes, blessed good night to you, Marcy Weeks. And blessed good night to the loyal opposition and the whole of Barbados. What I'm calling in right is to like tell people that Mollie and the BLP is going to make sure that they throw bills at the Barbadians on a very frequent basis. So she want to see if we all are sleeping, because when you at the end of the day, she's testing and she's feeling around to see on if people go listening to her corrupt agenda. But these 2,000 people are supposed to be appointed. That was supposed to be from every single, but she only want to make it like that because you know elections in the year. So she just thought for one tricks and more trickery. So people go up and Garrett to know like more corruption bills that she coming with, because everything that she come and make you feel that it's a mystery, it's better behind that.
Yes. Yes. So you're saying that you see it as political trickery.
Yeah, it's political trickery though, because the honest truth is this for them, which is BLP and the Mollie to, important itself into going like, all the people being back brainwashed. So we can be brainwashed. We got to keep us always open. Nothing wrong with partying, but the honest truth, party with knowledge also. And always keep focus. Because I trust me, she only tackle for near the Christmas. She can tackle after Christmas to that Warriors, because the Warriors know everybody know about this like one party and thing. So that's why we should more on Gary around that sort of thing also.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. But thank you for calling. Thank you for calling, and that's your perspective on it.
Yes, but trust me, it's more to come though. And I feel the more citizen bills is gonna come near around elections. So that's why people need to don't let this $200 and a right t-shirt and these different like what parties get in the hate, because any day now it's horror coming by all the streets. As I said, they got the streets and then the bidders after.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you, caller.
Okay, blessings. My name is Troy Hall, and it's nice, to engage with y'all.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Okay.
Yes. That's and I think that some people see it that way, but it's very difficult for people when you're in need, and you're told you're getting 21 cents increase, or you're getting 2,000 persons to get to receive appointments when they were not appointed for all those years. I mean, you know what they've got to take them. You know, they have to take it. Dave, if you could put that back up, and if you probably have something else to put up. But you know, they have to take it. The big thing is, you know, what about all those teachers? They were, you know, crying out for their term, you know, for their term leave to be reinstated, and they're promising that it's going to be reinstated. Not yet, right? So call in and let me hear your thoughts on it. Are your teacher that your term leave will be reinstated? What does that mean for you? You know, what does that going to translate in you? Are you going to now decide, okay, I'm going to vote for the BLP now because these are the, you know, this is happening. Well, the 21 cents might be an insult, but the rest of it, a lot of people welcome a lot of these things. That's the thing. The 21 cents is an insult, but somebody was waiting on their term leave, you know, how is that going to impact it? Well, Janine is here. I told you a young lady was coming. Janine Butcher, and she is the leader of the Young Dems. Oh, looking lovely. Really beautiful. Good night, Janine.
Hi, good night, Marcia. Good night to Loyal Opposition. It's always good to be here with you guys.
It's wonderful to have you, Madame Janine. And Janine, I'm sure you heard the news. You know, 2,000 government worker, public sector, those in the public sector, those who are not appointed will be appointed. Over 2,000 term leave reinstatement. I mean, they are giving everything. What are your thoughts about this?
So in regards to the 2000 receiving appointments, you know, it comes at a time, this Christmas is also election time as well in Barbados. You know, everybody calls it silly season, so we can truly see some things will be happening. In regards to 21 cents though, young people are not very much impressed with it. There are many memes going around on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, where persons are really young people are saying, well, we get 21 cents, we can go and buy a house now, we can go and buy a car now, but sarcastically, you know, we can go and buy more money and groceries now, but not really, of course not. And then in regards to the terms leave reinstatement, as you were saying earlier, it's not yet, but it could come as an election promise in terms of vote for me for this, or it could be given in January. I guess you'll have to wait and see. And also, it seems Marcia Cattle was saying in a statement that she is defending the government's consultation with the citizens. We all know it's just fluff and talk. We all know even when she was there in regards to the cybercrime bill, it was just fluff and talk at the time. So I'm very surprised to hear her coming out with that. But we all know that they do have to do what they have to do.
Yes. We were talking about that, and I just called it what it is. It's a lie, and it is what it is. It's a lie. I'm not saying you know, I can't say that. It's my opinion. It's a lie. Because, and why to me it is a lie, because that's not my lived reality. I live here, and they're not going to change my reality by putting a headline. They're not going to come and tell me what it is, to tell me that they have been doing all this consultation. Give me a break. What have been said then? What were we marching about? Why did they have to pull back the bills, Janine?
They actually don't think that they had to, you know, pull back the bill in their reality or in their world. They just think that they had to, you know, go back and do a little formality here or there. When the Prime Minister visits us here in Barbados from time to time, when she comes, you know, that then she'll be able to make some statements, do some, you know, press PRO talking for her colleagues and stuff like that. But we all know it's just a lot of fluff at the end of the day. Too many bills have been walked, but I actually was creating a folder with the amount of bills that were walked back. And I guess we will have to add some shortly as the election period in January.
Yeah,
like
one second, Janine. There's a caller on the line. Good night, caller.
Hey, good night, Miss Marcel. How are you, Mom?
I am doing good. And you?
I'm doing good, Mom. And to your guest.
Yes. Great. Thank you for calling. Thank you for we want the calls to come in tonight, please. So I'm really happy that you called. Go right ahead, sir.
to me, the 2,000 people that are going to be appointed is not really important to me. The government says to give away so much of our money, should able to take off the source tax off for us. Should able to give back the non-contributing people some pension and take some money off the gas so that we can live easy in this country. Them is the things that the government should be doing today. Everyone sends so much money out to the rich people. Damn, you can help people in this country. Then we shouldn't be this way. This, to me, I have never seen that so strange yet. Have these people, have these offshore, listen, when 1966 when Bar getting power, 1961, enough people were left this country, enough white people were left, they went to Australia, they went to New Zealand, and we build a good country. And if these people get left again, we could build a country. We gotta give black people the intelligence. We got the same intelligence as the white man. But our government is not allow us to produce our intelligence. We got right now, we got changes in this country that don't work that we could do. So hopefully we're gonna look at we as a people when our government continue to let us down. We built a stadium before when there wasn't a China, and we the Belgian people built a stadium and all of a sudden now we can't build it. It's just foolishness, man. Everything turned inside out. And that is wrong what the government is doing to the people of this country. I'll tell you, Ms. Marcel Weeks, have a great night.
Before you go, thank you for that
yes,
great contribution. But I want to ask you, what is your response to this? I mean, I could hear the frustration in your voice, you know, and I saw Janine shaking her head. You're making some great points. But what is going to be your response to what is going on?
My response is when elections time come around, the two parties that come here, I'm going to talk serious to them. Serious. Or they can't continue to make more sport out no more. It's foolishness.
So you're going to vote.
I'm going to vote, yeah. But B or D or whoever come, I'm going to talk to the serious and let me make up my decision which one they can choose.
So let me ask you something before you go. You don't have to answer, but I want to understand. I can tell you, I can tell you how I voted the last two elections. I voted for third parties. Let me ask you, how did you vote last time?
I voted for the government last time.
You voted
for the government.
You voted for the BLP. Why? I really want to understand. You know, I truly want to understand. Why did you vote for the BLP in the last election?
Because I believe that the DLP let me down before.
The DLP let you down.
Let down, yeah. So that's why I turned to the DLP.
Yeah. I see. And you voted for them. You voted for this government in 2018 as well.
Yeah. To get rid of the DLP.
Okay, to get rid of the DLP.
Okay.
Yeah, because I too got into the whole thing about the decade. The last decade, I forgot about it. So so I understand, no shame there, But what is it? What is it that caused you now to be at a point where you're not sure you're going to vote for this government? Well, tell me exactly why you're no longer sure you're going to vote for this government.
Because say the word that's very important. That last decade to me now making me feel that he lost decade better than what's going on right now. That's what's happening.
Oh wow.
He lost decade to me seem better than what's happening right now. So you're going to turn around. No, don't turn around. There's a song that during this Carrie Festival from the session lady is singing a song named Turn Around. Remember that song?
Yes.
I want you must play that song sometimes, man. That's a good song. I'm sure that girl sing that song. She got it well.
Yes, I remember a young girl, actually, a teenager.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a turnaround, and you're disappointed. You voted for the BLP, but you're disappointed.
Well, no, when you attack me money and send it upside to people, no, that is still not what you come about.
And did you hear what she's saying now? That she comes up with this I call it a cock and bull story, to tell people that okay, we're gonna fix the law, but when you really read and listen to her, she's not fixing the law. It's not true. It's actually not true, because what she's saying would become the how the guardrail or the safeguard is more like it. It's something that is going to be outside of the law.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Because
so it's not true.
Yeah, of course, because our 16, right now the offshore is getting away by paying just 9%. When they could charge them up to 16%, and the government protecting them is not charging 16%. So basically, what was going to happen? You're protecting them already, and then you're turning them and give them some more money.
Exactly.
we hear about this Osimors. I don't know if you do. I don't know if you know about Osimor. I don't know if you know about Osimor, but there's a story. You know about Osimor?
Yeah, I know about it. I hear my children with it. But tell me, I think make sure it's one that you can sing. I think some of them are not for airplane. But go ahead. Tell me Osimor.
Osimor just is a foolish fella.
Foolish.
A foolish fella, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the country going foolish. Where you gonna take real money? I know we should be struggling this way as a government because there's so much money in that treasury. We in Barbados should be struggling the way we are struggling, you know? There's so much money in that treasury, and you gonna take it and send it to people who say that are already rich. There's no way, because the Belgian people, we don't have no business, really got our outside business. So anybody, not offshore business, so anybody in this country that got offshore business can be basically the white people that go offshore business. So black people can fail again. We is going to fail as black people. Why is our government keeping making us fail all the time? Letting us down.
Yes.
Right across the Caribbean, even into Africa, we keep letting down we black people, or leaders keep letting me down all the time. Right across the world. And the time for a change. Let me turn things around. Let me turn things around.
And you think elections are soon?
As soon?
You think it's going to election?
I do think so, but I think no, with this what happened here, no, I think she gotta hold it back. She gotta go lower them.
What?
I don't think she can rush it now. What just happened here was something she can't rush it. She gotta play.
You think she's gonna get nervous?
I think she got run with him. Yeah.
Oh my.
She got run with him. She can't run with him.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she have to run with him.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being so open and honest with us tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Wow. Janine, you were listening to that?
Most certainly.
Yes? I can't. Why am I not hearing you?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hearing you. Oh, because I think somebody is there's another caller. Let me get to the caller, and then we will talk. Good night, caller. Welcome to the Marcia Week Show. Good night, caller.
Good night, Marcia.
Yes.
Good night to everyone.
Yes. Can you turn? You have to turn off your device. You have to turn off your device.
Yeah, good night.
Good night. Let me make sure everybody. Can you hear him, Janine?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I think they're hearing you. Yes.
Yeah, good night to everyone. Let's start from the beginning. We're all talking about the money. You know how much money been borrowed? How much of it has been spent on the Barbadian people? Very few, if any at all. But most of all, and what is important is that How come they were giving the Barbadian workers, the government workers, contract work, and now out of the blue, they're giving them, they're willing to appoint them? Is it now that they're becoming valuable, that they're ready to appoint them? Why not appoint them from the beginning? Isn't it important to look after your home first before you look after somebody else? You're giving 2 cents, 21 cents more. It is really not going to Barbadians. It's going to the people who are coming in here that they're bringing to vote for them, that doing most of the work with G4 and those security firms. That doesn't really attract a Barbadian. So you're attracting somebody that come into the island by giving them small increases, because the Barbadians not going to take that money. The Barbadians refuse to work for these people because they're not paying them any money to do that work. But they're saying that Barbadians don't want work. It isn't that they don't want work. If they work, they want good work and good pay. You can't pay a Barbadian at this time stupid money to do good work. Reality is reality.
Yeah.
Everybody say we are stupid, but we are not stupid. We are conscious. Next thing, why is so much given away coming at this point in time? Why is there so much giveaway? How come there were so many laws passed before and everything, and now there's a whole collection of giveaways? Is it a feast coming?
What do you think?
How come you're not going to tell us how much money was spent on Carry Festa? Why not give us these answers? Give us some things. Don't give us no promises. You're getting ready to reinstate. How come you're so much in a hurry to reinstate when you already destroy and throw away people?
Okay, we lost that caller. Good night. Welcome to the Marcia Week Show.
Yeah, good night, Marcia.
Good night. Good night.
I'm the loyal opposition.
Yes,
I am trying to understand this bill that's being passed. For what I was hearing, it was for foreign investors. So how now that some change is coming about, that the private sector is who saying that they need change when it was supposed to be the foreign investors? Well, I don't understand. At first, it was foreign investors that she was talking about, and now it is private investors that want change. So, who are the private investors? She already know who these people are.
It would seem that way.
But I don't understand it. We need explanations.
Yes.
We need explanation, man. Somebody got to come out and explain. Foreign investors at first. Now it is private sector that want the change. I believe it was always the private sector. They know who the private sector is. I don't believe it was no foreign investors. We need clarity.
But ma'am, if you remember, we were saying on here, and I think Mr. Innes alluded to it, could it be that they already know who these people are?
Right, they know who these people are, but they were trying to trick us saying foreign investors.
Yes.
I don't believe there's no foreign investors. People that know more than me and know more than you got to come and speak out the same Barbados. And all these things that they come in now, they want to give the teachers this, they want to give public servants that. 3 months before elections, these people got to open up their eyes and see and open up our hearts to them and see that this is political gimmick. They're trying to bring the sense of bring back. So they're coming out with all kind of things. They do what they have to do for themselves as soon as they get in. So they read all the streets for the 7 years. And now they're now bringing you to get little the streets 3 months before elections. Well, we got to see. We got to see. It's time for them to get something. They do for themselves as soon as they get in. But this is for the general public now. You come 3 months before election, making people foolish. People, they're not foolish. Making us think that, oh, you're doing something for us. When we had all the crime. We had all the crime for the last 7 years. And now for the three months, you might have to give me speech. No, they can't. People got to get up and speak up. People got to understand what is going on. And I thank you, because not for your show, we would know what is going on.
Yeah.
So the forfeit statement and the media, they don't tell us nothing. And some people are not intellectual
Yes.
So we have to hear from people like you, people like Miss Watson, people like Mr. Thorne. They need to speak.
Yes.
Speak on everything.
Oh man.
It's hurting. It is hurting. It is hurting me. It is hurting our children. It will hurt our grandchildren. A lot of these people that making these laws, doing the children, for the grandchildren to suffer. You can see a lot of them ain't got the children, so they ain't got nobody to suffer. And then we suffering, and then our offspring will come and suffer more. It is wrong.
Yes. Yes. I could hear the pain in your voice.
Yes, it is wrong. It is wrong. This is bad. You know come to get. You know come to get. Civil service. They're talking about appointments and all the time. Up in the civil service, there people on 3 months appointment, 3 months appointment, 3 months contract, 2 months contract. What you going to talk about that? What you going to rectify that?
Yeah.
All these young people. They talk that we all young people are supposed to get open up that other people come home and won't get done. You hear all kind of things and all people don't hear what work. Won't just be first. Somebody one thing won't just be first.
Yes.
I bet people talk about the garbage truck. Yes, I agree that you help somebody, but it is all over Jamaica that was hit. All over Jamaica was not hit. So how about the other parts of Jamaica that was not hit? Why don't they come in and help bring garbage trucks from the areas that were not hit and help? See, you can sing too, or you go sing too.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Well, caller, thank you so much for calling. And it's really sad. It's really, really sad what is happening.
All of these gimmicks now, you're appointing this body, you're becoming your real public service salary, and all of these things people got to understand. People got to, the mentality, they got to understand that these things are short term. You come in now for elections to do it, and then the election's done and you're doing something, another 5 years to come in again. No, it can't happen. People got to wake up and understand what is going on.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you for hearing me.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for calling.
Okay, bye.
Yes, thank you. I trust everybody was able to hear that caller. Janine, were you able to hear the caller?
Yes, I was able to hear her. She went so in between coming on to the end, so I didn't really get to hear the end. But in the beginning, she was pretty clear.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on what you're hearing from her?
Well, in regards not only to, I can't only speak to her, but she's also speaking on some of the similar things that the 2 previous callers would have also hit on before. I think that the people are becoming very frustrated. They're finally opening their eyes to see a lot of stuff. I even heard that you would have mentioned earlier that you also was a false victim to the last decade period for the Democratic Labour Party. I think that Barbadians need to really start to, rethink, does this government really love Barbadians at all? We need to start to really sit and even think about that. Don't matter what party you're in at this moment. For the guy to say, he has to speak to them, which is a bit still concerning, where we can see a lot of things that are happening here where it's clear that you cannot vote for a government like this. There's no thought that needs to be had with these people at this point in time. Over the last 7 years, we have seen the way that they have treated us. There's no other thing that we can want them to do to us at this point. Like when you break.
Hello, good night.
Yes, one second. Thank you, Janine. Just hold your thought. Janine. Good night, caller. Welcome to the Marcia Week Show.
Good night, Marcia. This is Judy Jokes. When you get appointed, right, you have to go on 6 months probation. She called an election just now. You could get fired in that 6 months also, although you're on probation. So she coming with 3 tricks. She need to stop. Time for she to get out of Barbados as long as she had a war. It's not needed for her here in Barbados. We don't want her anymore with her lies and her tricks. She needs to go. We don't want her.
So caller, what are the last two elections? How did you vote? If you're open to tell us that.
When the last two elections, I voted DFP, and from 18 years old, I was voting Democratic Labour Party. Okay. And I heard it happen. So you have to go. Okay. This BRP is doing stupidness for the whole day. The best prime minister that had in BRP was Mr. Affer. Or in Affer, the best prime minister that got. This is the worst prime minister that we have here in Barbados right now. He needs to go. She curtails need to go.
So you're seeing through her. You're seeing through all of this. That is tricks in your mind. All of this.
All of these are tricks. She coming with all she tricks. Cause she coming telling you wumble, appointments and all sorts of things, making people feel smart. And 21 says it's no money to put on body money. That's a big insult to the Barbadian public. She need to go.
Yes.
21 says you can't even go. 24 says can't buy me. I mean, it's 24 cents.
Yeah. So when you talk to people in your community, what are people saying? Do you think that
people my friend with her in this community? She needs to go pack up and go. I saw come around, give her money. The money thing gonna stop. So give her money secretly. Do she like hold the do Ralph Gonzalez? He couldn't go and give her the money. He wait the night and he went back the morning. Them need to watch what's going on. She can come and play. She gave money. When she buy you vote, she don't buy you vote. She don't have to do one thing and Barbados for you. Cause she don't pay you for that vote. Don't take no money from she. Don't take no money from me here. No, she counterparts. She counterparts have to go.
Okay. Well, caller, thank you. We got clearly where you stand. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Christmas.
Thank you. And you also, Jenny, you have a wonderful night.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much, caller. I appreciate you calling.
Yes, please.
Yes. Janine, can you finish your thoughts there and any comments on what the caller just said?
Yeah, so I was guessing it's like you're in a friendship and then there's like the person is on you so bad and then you still continue to remain friends with them. Like what else can they do to you? Just kill you? At this point in time, that's the only road that we're going down with this administration at this point in time. I also would like Barbadians to urge themselves and think about the fact that the Prime Minister currently is infatuated with the DLP. She's infatuated also with Arrow because everything that she does is to either diminish what he do or to copy something that he did and then to make it her. She's not original. She copies. Even let's start at Carrie Com. He was the person at the time to implement it along with 4 other prime ministers at the time. Most of them she has not used in this. Well, Jamaica was one, Guyana was one. I mean, we can start. I think people need to start to read from themselves, go into more detail and see where they are at. And they have lied to you about the Democratic Labour Party from inception, even before Mr. Stewart. The same BLP was the persons who would have gone for the appointment to knight Mr. Lloyd Erskine Sandiford at the time. You would have seen that even when he would have passed away, the same Mayor Amor Mottley would have been crying at his funeral. So if the Democratic Labour Party is so bad, what do you even want people from here to come over to you? We're seeing that consistently. When this happens, person shouldn't be resorting and saying, oh, she has another one. They should be questioning, are these not the same persons that you were saying were bad, but now you want them to be on your team? You would have had one in the 2018 time, and you would have said that person was $1 billion problem, but then you would have sent them to Washington to become ambassador or something like that to the World Bank. So Barbadians really need to start to think about these things. And also in regards to the Democratic Labour Party, they were in charge of a lot of the when you talk about infrastructure and building Barbados, you cannot talk about that without talking about the Democratic Labour Party. And they would have diversified the economy at the time, developed major national infrastructure, created the NAS, introduced free education, and we can go on and on. Even the other day, Mr. Blackman tried to, rename something that was opened by Mr. Stewart. So we have the facts and we have the information, and it will take like 1,000 of Marcy Week shows to bring what the Democratic Labour Party would have did to you. But I hope that you guys continue to look and you can see that the Democratic Labour Party is the foundation of Barbados.
Very well said, Janine. Thank you for that. We have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome to the Marcia Week Show.
Yeah, good night. I called you today because I was laughing at something that happened to my gap tonight. Right? First, let me tell you Caesar's greetings and all the best for the new year.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. And I was laughing today because Kurt and then people tonight show conference tonight on a partnering house. I ain't getting nothing. And they laugh at that here.
So they passed your house and they didn't give you anything.
Nothing tonight. Nothing.
Nothing. We need to make sure people know who you are. This is a gentleman that I think it was last year I met you, that you have some disability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want Barbados to listen. Listen to this. Here. I went and I saw this man. My husband, we went to his house. He has a disability, right? And so we've been working with him. We won't say everything we do. A lot of the things we don't say on air, okay? And he came on the show and talked about the condition of his home because he knows we were calling UDC, right? I called UDC for you, and right, trying to get them to help you with your home, etc. Because you needed some help with your house. Then somebody did a whole thing on you. I don't know which was it. Sheriff Veronica.
Yes.
Right.
How many houses on you do everything?
Because your house needed repairs, and you believe.
Yeah, so I had to do everything. I'm supposed to come to fix it down. Right.
Somebody you said fix your house.
No, fix the. Yeah, that's supposed to come Friday and finish the rest on Friday.
Okay, so the UDC came. Is this UDC?
This is Mr. Boss. An MP, a politician, DLP.
Oh, so somebody from the DLP started to fix your house.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's great. You're getting help because I know that I was on the phone with UDC trying to get them, and they promised.
That's the reason why they're giving a handful.
So
that is the reason why.
Is it true, Kirk Humphrey? Kirk, they put up his picture. Is it true that you passed this gentleman's house who has a disability? I went and saw that he has a disability, and because he came on the show and on Sheriff Veronica and said what you guys are, that you guys did not go and fix the house as you promised me on the phone. I called UDC, and he's going to be punished at Christmas. Humphrey, is this true? I'm telling you, you guys might as well deport me.
Don't mind. Today I get something for the Salvation Army.
I know you got something. You don't need, because I tell you, people on here, everybody come, let's put together and make sure this man gets a hamper. He cannot work.
I tried to call the welfare officer because I filled a form to get a voucher, right? They about 3 weeks. And I didn't hear anything to the officer to call me. I called him, but they tell me people call me tomorrow morning, right? Because I tell them I want a voucher. So I went for a voucher, I think about 3 weeks ago at the welfare department.
So let me just find out. Are you hearing me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
You're hearing me well. Janine, are you hearing me? Somebody said they're not hearing me well. Let me know if you're hearing me. Now, I'm talking about the principle. Somebody is saying here, don't take their hampers, but there is a principle here. There is a principle. And I go by principle and what is just and what is fair.
But they only give they went on the block too, no? And give settlement on the block hampers. They went on the block and give settlement on the block hampers, no? They pick and choose who they want to give the hampers to. And they feel they can come out tomorrow and next week too. Because they got to go in the land and bonnets.
That is terrible. That is terrible. That is really terrible. Folks,
but I don't care. I don't care. I don't feel it. I don't care. Because when it passes to them, she and the other gentleman, I laugh. All I do is laugh. And then somebody call me and ask me to get any, I tell them I get nothing.
But let me ask you, didn't you vote for the BLP last time?
Twice. I have picture to stick up with Kurt Humphrey inside and outside my house. Inside and outside my house. And I had a poster with him with a stick on it, with a picture with him. Say, vote for the man, Humphrey is the man.
And you did all of that, right? And because you complained, because they promised you, because I called UDC and they told me that they were going to come to fix your...
Yeah, but they told me they got to first of all to put me.
Right.
They got first of all to put me to take down the house and put it back up.
Okay. And to think that you know, they didn't. Okay, sure.
No, they don't have a house that doing at the back of my gap. At the urban home. I sent a picture of the house also too last week.
That they're doing, yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know what? I will ask. I know that it's Salvation Army because I know, I know about that program that you're on there with them, and I know they will get a hamper for you. And if there's anybody here,
I got ticket also for the food. They give up food on Friday.
Yes.
They got dinner on Friday.
Yes.
At 12:00.
Yes. You know, this has to, I think this unless
because I am not getting anything for Christmas. I mean next year I am not getting anything for Christmas. One, two people in the neighborhood give me some food.
Yes.
So I don't know.
And I can tell the people that you although you have a disability, what you do. Can I tell the people what you do in the community? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So what can let make sure Dave, can you hear me well? Dave, write in the chat and let me know if you can hear me well. What happens is, I think I probably need to go in. Just let me get the mic up, the volume of my mic up. And let me see if that is going to help. Let me turn it all the way up. Is that any better, Janine?
Yes, you're good.
Better? Yes. Okay. Okay. So let me. Tell me what was I saying? Well, there was an important point I was making. I went to make the connection with turn up the volume on the mic. Janine, you remember what I was saying? This is what I'm saying. That I would like to know from Mr. Humphrey. Is it true that your people passed this gentleman's home? He has a disability. It's a known disability. I have been there, and at his home he has a disability, And did you guys pass him and did not give him a Christmas hamper because he told on you all, because he spoke up? And this is why, if this is true, this is a kind, yes, Pedro, I agree. And I'm not mincing any words with that. Those of you who work for Mr. Humphrey, because he might not know, but I want him to know that this is what is being reported on the show.
He got you on face. He got you on face. You want the hamper too. Because I know tomorrow he gave me the bill tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, folks, anybody out there, I know this gentleman is going to the Salvation Army. You know, they help him. I spoke to the Salvation Army and they're pretty, you know, so we've been following this gentleman for a little time. And so those of you, if you have, you know, you might have an organization that is putting together hampers, just give me a call, please, 236-7000. And I know he did not ask me for that. He's not somebody that's going to be asking. But I wanted to tell you, in the community, what he does, you know, Janine, even though he has a little problem there with his walking, he goes and he cleans all the garbage bins and washes them.
So I do wash the garbage, right? What happened now? Since that my bill, I just do it for free. I used to do it for community service, right? To keep my employed. But since that my bill gone up, right? I tell people I can charge the $20 for a bin. A lot of them don't want to pay. Only some.
Some of them.
So I only get money from about 3 or 4 people. So what I do, I cut the bin all together. I go, because I'm washing my bin and my neighbor bin. So I only wash 3 bins now. My neighbor bin and the lady at the shop.
Yeah, because of your water bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wash my neighbor one, Ryan, Mike, and the lady at the shop. Taylor. But she's giving me $20 to pay my water bill.
Right.
My water bill was $143.11.
Yes. So remember, I was telling you, if you can go around and if you have the strength to wash some more bins, then you know that can become like a little extra because I know you like the cleanliness.
Yeah, but people put that $20 is too much.
Oh.
I didn't know what people with that washing bin for $50. And the way I was washing bin, I wash bin inside outside. I wash the wheels and everything.
Okay. So you wash the bins. But you know, I wish you. I know that somebody's gonna call me 236-7000, and let us as a community. Let us as a community take care of this man for Christmas. And I know I can tell you I've been dealing with him now. Oh no. Isn't it from last year?
Yeah, last year we started listening to this program called you know you have to say thanks. And this show enlightened me a lot.
Yes, enlightened you. And we came by your home. You remember when we came? What time last year? It was last year or the year before?
Last year, it was a Saturday.
Was a Saturday?
Yes,
I remember.
Give me food stuff.
And you started crying when you saw. You made me wanted to cry too. I was full of goosebumps, and you started crying when we turned up at your home. Yes, I remember that. Well,
I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. The lady that day with you now, Rafton. I want to wish Rafton and everybody that work with you.
Yes.
A Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year. I hope to hear you again in January.
Yes.
As you come back on,
yes.
I come in to listen to you again.
Yes.
Because I think next week is the last of this show. I just listen to you next year in January again.
Yes, we will go. I think it's I can't remember, like 2 days before Christmas, and we break. We have our Christmas, Boxing Day, and then we're on again on the 27th. We can't stop.
Right. When the 27th? When not the 6th?
No, because we have to do Boxing Day. Boxing Day is with your family.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, then. Thank you so much for calling, sir.
Okay, then. All the best.
And I'm sure we're going to come and visit you. Okay, don't worry. We're going to come and visit you.
Okay, then.
All right. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Bye bye. Yes. So let me also thank the viewer who brought stuff for the lady who had called the other night. We were able to take a big basket, a big thing to her, and we're continuing to put together. She really wants to get some clothes. Okay, she really wants to get some clothes. I don't want to say her size online, so you can just call me. Call me. Please call it back. Okay, you can just call me and let me know if you want to help with this lady. The lady who called in, she gave me her shoe size and her dress size. You can call me and let me know, or if you have food supplies, that we can take for her as well. You can call me and we can arrange. Give these people a Merry Christmas, happy time. This year. Yeah. Yes. Janine.
Yes, I want to tell the caller as well, thank you for wishing me happy holidays, and I wish you happy holidays as well. I hope that person understand, even if he's also, providing the things to wash up the can with in terms of the detergents and stuff like that. $20 is not unreasonable, but I do wish him the best, and I look forward to you visiting him, Marcia, and everybody else who can assist.
Yes, we're going to definitely go and visit him for before the Christmas. And we've been visiting it. It's not just a Christmas thing. We keep in touch with him. We really do. But I'm going to I know you have some concerns in terms of the youth, because here it is that the government is saying we're going to appoint people and make them permanent, but a lot of the young people are dealing with 3 months. They're underemployment, basically working 3 months at a time, 4 months at a time, sometimes less, 6 weeks. I've heard people say, well, I'm just there for 6 weeks. And especially young people. Can you talk about that? I'm going to set up another call, okay? So if you miss me, that's what I'm doing. But just keep going. Go right ahead, Janine.
Right. So what you're saying is pretty true in regards to the treatment that the young people are receiving. I mean, the other day we would have also seen an HR person saying that young persons set themselves too high in regards to for jobs that they want to have when they leave school. But if you have a young person who's studying at uni for 7 years, majority of the young persons do have to start at a minimum wage, or even some persons mostly start at jobs that they are not, their qualifications don't really match. I'm not saying that they're good enough not to start at a lower pace in terms of the job, but young people right now are not that they're not cutting their noses, following their features, but they're very adventurous. They want more out of life. They think that they are worth a lot, and as they should be very confident in regards to what their value is and where they can go. A lot of young people have committed themselves to studying. Let us really think about it, a young person and other people before too. Let's think about now. People have to go take out loans. Then when they actually get the job, they're not really like, oh, they became a lawyer or a doctor or somebody, so they are now living a lavish life. Indeed not. They now have to pay back that loan. Starting to build their life up in regards to that. So you see a lot of young people maybe walking, smiling, but really and truly they're struggling. No matter if they would have came out of school, no matter if they have not started a job that you think that they really want. But a lot of young persons are actually have studied, did go to college, did do all of the things that were correct. But however, they're still finding it hard to make it each and every day, living from paycheck to paycheck, as Marcy would have stated, in regards to having those small contracts. I'm working for 6 weeks, working for 3 months. I'm not sure if it's going to be renewed, because even public servants the other day, as you guys were stating earlier, had to go through this same thing. So they know that they're good enough to be, all of a sudden employed fully, because that is only when the government decides that they want you to do something is when it goes like, let's say Independence Day wasn't being celebrated all along, and all of a sudden this year we can celebrate independence and not Republic Day. So only when they think it's good enough for us, we're supposed to accept that. And I want Barbadians and young people to start to, you know, raise your voices, raise your actions as well, because we can't only talk about these things, but we actually have to do these things when it comes up to, you know, us taking charge of our country, because the government is only a few people, but we are really the persons in charge of this country, and we need to demand what we want, what future we want for ourselves. In the next 10 years, the Prime Minister will not be the person running this country. We really have to start demanding what people what we should want out of this life. I know that right now young people are very ambitious. They have an entrepreneur spirit. Unfortunately, everybody can't become an entrepreneur, but young people in this era know what they want, and they just want jobs where they can be happy in what they're doing and not only be able to just work for a salary. That's the thing. Everybody doesn't want to be, you know, at the highest paying job. You know, people just really want to be happy in what they're doing. They're very passionate in regards to whatever they put their mind to. So you would get the best work out of them once they're happy in what they're doing.
Yes, well said. I was listening to you, and someone had called earlier, and so I was trying to get that call back. Because, you know, we want to make sure that we provide a place where people can, you know, express themselves. And I heard also the passion in your voice, because I know quite a number of young persons who are saying, well, you know, ma'am, I work, but it's a 6 weeks thing. You know, it's never long. It's never long. Just a couple of months. You might hear that's the longest, but they're not sure, you know, how long it's going to be. If this one, how long, you know, they get something to do at the crane, or they're doing, you know, and so all of that needs to change, you know. Let me read some of the comments. And remember, guys, you can call in. No tricks in 2026. That's Mr. Alwyn Bob. All right. So feel free to give us a call. Call in. The number is 236-7000. 236-7000 is the number to call, right? And, you know, I just look on the screen here. This is part of what is annoying people. This economic growth fund bill basically is giving the investor a blank check. That is really what is happening. It's a blank check that the Prime Minister and this government is giving to these people. And that is what makes Barbadians very annoyed. And because we saw what happened with the Afrexim Bank. And here we come again. We're never the priority. Never the priority. And it's basically a blank check, you know, Janine, is really what it is. And, you know, and I think when you listen to people, I think that is a part of it that annoys them, you know, that they are just, and they're, you know, the consolidated fund is there. It's from our taxes. It's from the monies that were, you know, that they borrowed. Some of it is in there, you know, and that we have to pay back. And here it is, you know, it's too good. It's too good for us. It's too good for it to be used on the hospital, right? Right. No, Dave, no, yeah. Right. It's too good for it to be used on the hospital, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me see if there's a call there. Go ahead, Janine.
Right, so I think what have happened is that they have become so comfortable with doing this, and you know, you would have been sorry about that. Right, so I think that what have happened, the government has become so comfortable in regards to, you know, just treating us like dirt. The marches are happening, but it seems that they continue to take us for granted. We can remember, someone can correct me in regards to the hotel. Remember when they first came to government, some hotels and NAS funds were taken and given to do something. I think it was with a hotel, but you could correct me where I'm wrong. And then when it was COVID, then the big hotels got to ease again. And then the other day we could have seen it where the Afro-Exempt Bank were given lands. And the marches are happening, and more Barbadians need to come out and stand up for something. We need to also, it cannot be left up to the Mercy Weeks show and the loyal opposition alone. You don't even have to be a part of the loyal opposition. You have to just be a fed up Barbadian, and to do your own protesting online, do your own protesting by writing letters to the office as well. We cannot allow them we let them to slide, and they think that they can ice skate around us. And we cannot allow this to continue at all. It's becoming very sickening. And because they think that, Barbadians are just so passive, so then we can just talk today, and next 2 weeks it's going to go on the table. No, we have to keep the pressure on, because they truly do not care about us. You're muted, Marcia.
One of the areas that we have on our list there, Dave, that we are grading is the economy. We're looking at the economy, and we can't forget our grade sheet. We did controlling crime already, right? We did transitioning to a republic, controlling crime, control excessive borrowing. We did that already. And when we look at managing the economy, and people might look at this and say, well, you guys have all failed, but that's how the people feel about it. That's what they feel. And when you look at some of the promises, that were made in the BLP manifesto, right, Janine? You look at some of the promises, that they made. Look, if all we have to do is to just go online, guys, and we look at 2018, right? 2018. They promised economic transformation. So they're going to transform the economy. They love to use that word transformation, right? Not true? So if something is being transformed, it's like a butterfly, right? A caterpillar being transformed, right, into a butterfly. We no longer see the butterfly. We do the caterpillar, we see the butterfly. So if the economy is going to be transformed, right? They said, no, we're not going to have business as usual, right? They promised us reduced dependence on tourism. Do you see a reduced dependence on tourism, viewers and Janine?
No, please.
They said that they promised us reduced dependence on tourism. Let me make sure this banner stays up there. I don't know why my thing is why it's doing that now, because we want to make sure the timer is off and that banner stays up there. And let's look at the BLP manifesto. This is what they promised you and what a lot of you voted for. Reduce dependence on tourism. How many of you out there believe that we have a reduced dependence on tourism here in 2025? Who believes that? Anybody out there believes that we've had, because now we have to grade them, One, do you see have we reduced our dependence on tourism? I thought that during the pandemic, there was an opportunity. And I was ready to jump in and to do my part, I was ready to jump in, and then all of a sudden they just changed. As soon as the airports and everything opened up, then they went right back into tourism. All we do is talk about agriculture. We talk about all these different industries, but where the cultural industry is not real. They're not creative enough. They're not entrepreneurial. They don't have that spirit, that they're going to try. But they campaigned on that. Carol, They campaigned on that. The line is still open up, guys. Call in. We're talking here about the economy. We're looking at how they manage the economy. Nib says government is operating a Ponzi scheme, paying back money from the borrowers with more new borrowers. Yes, it is true. Yes, it is true. How about the tourism? Do you think call in? I would love for you to call in and give me your views on that. They promise expansion of manufacturing, agriculture, and new industries. That's what they promise. Somebody's calling. Let's take this call. Expansion of manufacturing, agriculture, caller, welcome. Can you welcome? Turn around the device and turn off the device. Thank you so much.
Hello, good night.
Good night. Good night. Welcome. We're still hearing, so you have to turn it off completely. You have to turn off the device.
Good night.
Good night. Yes.
Yes.
I think that's much better. Thank you for calling.
First time caller here.
Well, it's a pleasure to hear you.
I watch the show all the time.
Yes.
I'm a lawyer opposition.
Thank you. I love
100% lawyer opposition.
Yes, ma'am. Why do you watch us all the time?
I watch this because it's very informative. I learn a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
And they go out there and they help spread the word to the people.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And that's what we need to do. That's what
I had conversations today at the bus stop. Even on the bus on my way to work, I was talking to this Jamaican fella and he was telling me how he went on this job site to get a job. He's one of those people that came in. And the boss man told him that he cannot pay him that amount of money he wants. And also he told him he cannot work a whole week. He could only afford to give him like 3 days. And he had to pay rent. He got to look for bus fare. He got to buy food. Because he's not Barbadian, he's Jamaican. And we had a very interesting conversation. He said they just like to lay back too much. They need to come out and vote out this government because they are doing too much wickedness to the people of Barbados.
Jamaica? I thought the Jamaicans love this government. So why is he so upset? Because he thinks that people are not being paid properly?
Yes. He think they were being tricked.
Oh, wow.
They bring them in. They're bringing them in, promising them a lot of work, and some of them ended up doing things that they don't even want to do. Some of them passports are being held on to and forced to do a living that they don't want. And that is not right. Because if you promise these people all of this work and you're supposed to be getting this money, the boss man don't even want to pay $100 for labor work on the job site. You say you want to look at them and get them $70 and $60, but the gang is them settling for less.
Oh.
And still they're complaining that they ain't have enough skilled workers in Barbados. They're looking for skilled workers. These are skilled workers. They might not be local, but they are hardworking people too. I think this government is doing they're going way overboard now.
Yes.
They're going way overboard. Too much promises to the people. They're not fulfilling the promises. And also, the food prices in some market killing you. Then they're going to privatize the bus. What's going to happen?
So tell me, you mentioned about and I'm going to call you off air about these Jamaicans, okay? But I'm going to follow up on that. But tell me about, you talk about the food prices. Have you gone to do your Christmas food grocery shopping as yet?
I ain't get there yet.
Is that something you're looking forward to?
Well, I was mostly shocked for the children. Because the children is who really love to celebrate the Christmas, but they don't mean no more celebration of Christmas anymore. Not under this government. I was living good under the Democratic Labour Party. I ordered this talk about me and Mollie talking about free education that she paid for the students at UE. That's a big lie.
Why is that? No, but they did.
That is a big lie because those same university students have to work 2 years free for the government. She ain't telling the people that.
Okay, so okay, so they have to give back. They have to give
They
back.
have to give back to the government 2 years. Because my cousin had studied on there and she decided to pay off her own. She said she's not working 2 years free for nobody.
2 years free. I didn't know about that. I need to check on that. But back to the
You
groceries.
really need to. You really need to. Because it's true. It is true.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. But the food prices. So what is it you're going to get? You think you have you checked the prices of the ham so far?
Well, I just mostly get my ham from Ashley Sales Center.
Yes.
I have a friend who does work there, so I just he shop for me, and then he would get the discount for me on the items that I want. So I don't got no problem there.
You find ways to beat it. To beat the, to get
Yes,
the high prices.
you got to work around the system. You can't let the system beat you.
I love it.
And all of this stuff who raise a pay,
Yeah.
they ain't telling you that they're raising the pay, but they're still cutting the days.
Yes, I know about
They're cutting the hours, so when you end up working only 3 days, and your money back at square one.
Yes.
So the 21 cent increase in seeing nothing. I remember when I was working in the hotel sector, and this one of the tourists that was staying at the hotel, she said, asked me how much we just get paid. At that time, we was getting something an hour. She said, one is get real low pay in Barbados. Oh, in Canada, you get $21 and $17 an hour in the job that one here doing. I said, well, this is Barbados, this is Canada, so we have to go with the flow.
And then you're still paying a lot of taxes and all that.
Yes, all of that involved. And when the bus fare raise next year, what gonna happen to the parents that got children going to school? The workers gonna be out money too. Cause if you gotta pay 2 sets of bus fare, multiply $5 by 4, brings you at 20 by 5. That's $100. That's $100 you pay for already and bus fare alone.
So let me ask you something. You're saying that that you believe the bus fare is going to raise because we know the government has not announced that. But you're thinking because if once they privatize the transport board, then you believe the bus fare is going to raise.
Yes, the bus fare is going to go because they hear it on the streets that bus fare is supposed to raise in April. I don't know how true.
That's what the people are actually saying.
Yeah, well, that's what I hear going around.
So would you say, because the BLP, they had certain promises in their manifesto. So they said that they were going to expand the manufacturing and agriculture, and they're going to create new industries. Have you seen them? Have you seen them expand the agricultural industry in Barbados?
I look at all around Barbados, and all you could see around Barbados is hotels going up. Land out there, so knocking about with bare bush and all kind of thing around. Agriculture is a commodity. Agriculture is money. Agriculture, lumber, all those things is what bring money. And right now, the government ain't focusing on anything like that. Because right now, they're following Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump got agriculture down there and America shut down.
So you're thinking, because this is part of what was in the BLP manifesto, in 2018 and also 2022, that they're going to expand the manufacturing, agriculture, and they're going to create new industries. So what grade would you want them?
The only thing agriculture going right now for the Barbados Labour Party is all these false greenhouses that they're bringing and putting up.
Tell me about
that. And the most thing that they got planned is lettuce.
Lettuce.
Lettuce from the outside, not even local lettuce.
I see. I see. So what grade?
Get some money then fund this lettuce thing with so much money you will believe it.
Right. Yeah.
We need local food, cause you see all of these sweet peppers and all of these international things they're bringing in, they're not good for us, cause they're not even the original substance that the body needs.
Yeah.
We need local foods. The oranges that they got here now, I don't even know what's dead.
Yeah, the oranges, yes, they're so small and you're paying.
They don't have no inside.
Inside, yeah, it's not nice at all. Because I love oranges. I talk about the oranges on the
best oranges we just got in Barbados is the Jamaican. I love a Jamaican orange.
Yeah, but even yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But we need to get this agriculture thing off the ground. All them putting on is a lot of talk. Air, hot air.
Yeah. So
can't get the vegetables that you want in the supermarket. You can't really get them because they're too expensive. I just mostly buy my vegetables from like the hawkers and oysters that's been down there selling. I just get reasonable prices down there on sweet peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, onions, seasoning, wherever you name it, you could get them there oysters, and they don't be expensive. But when you go in the supermarket, you gotta hold your head and say, "Oh Lord, I gotta left them out. Got to leave them out."
Yeah.
God, prices are too high.
Well, you know,
and the merchants love it because them getting the money. Them getting the money. People can't even afford to pay the water bill. You're paying for sewage that you ain't even put yourself home. You're paying for sewage. We don't like Americans, now we gotta pay to collect the garbage. Are we paying for get the garbage collect? Are you only seeing the truck once a week? And don't you make that part of those work in Pine Gardens? The garbage don't be both there knocking about. Them garbages get collect twice a week. Indians live down in there, white people live down in there, all kind of people live down in there. But we people that live out on the local streets, we can't get the garbage collect. The garbage market so, even especially in the housing areas, is so terrible.
Well, I'm telling you, caller, one second there. Can you hear me, Janine? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
You are hearing me. I guess we're all a little low once the call comes in. So hopefully in the new year we'll have a proper system. We got one donated, but it's just not working at the moment. And so we have to look at this because we want to hear our callers and we want to do things properly. We are trying our best with what we have. We did get a system, guys, but it hasn't worked. It really hasn't worked. But caller, I want to thank you so much for
yes,
calling.
it was a pleasure calling in.
Yes,
I'm going to be spreading the word as I go along with my daily routine. We got to get this government out.
Yes.
Once and for all.
Yes.
You want to tell me out of 28 members on the Barbados Labour Party side and only me and Mottley can run the Barbados Labour Party? What happened to the rest? Are they so dumb?
I tell you. Well, caller, thank you for calling, and enjoy the holidays, but keep an eye out for them because they're planning. They're planning for us, okay?
They can plan all they want. Yeah. This is one soul that they ain't gonna get.
They're not getting.
Not this soul. This soul here belongs to the Lord.
Yeah. So you're ready to use your pencil. You're ready to use your pencil.
Yes.
You're ready for your.
Not only are you ready. The Democratic Labour Party is ready. We are ready. They say we are not ready. We are ready 100%. So let them keep with their small talk and then big fancy pretty words. They can't get in the brain because we don't for I don't know Ralph Tarn. Because so that is a rap. He swear she got enough people over. She got enough people over there that jumped from the Democratic Labour Party over by she, and there wasn't no rap. So what are we doing? What is Ralph Thornton?
I see.
He's a great man. I met Corey Greenwich on Saturday at the Christmas party. We had a grand old time. The children enjoyed themselves. Enough food and enough fun.
Okay.
And I hope he beat that young lady up there, because she started out telling lies. She wasn't canvassing, and the people say she were canvassing. So I don't know what she were trying to prove. But I met her at my cousin's funeral, and I met Corey, and I welcomed him to the Democratic Labour Party, and I told him once a liar will always be a liar.
Okay, don't call anybody liar on here.
No. I just said once a liar will always be a liar.
You can say they're lying, but you can't call them a liar, okay?
That anything far from the truth is a lie.
Oh, Lord, you're something else.
Don't you agree?
Yes, we agree. I have to give you a call off air at some time. All right?
Okay, no problem. Everybody enjoy one night, and remember to get out there and vote.
Yes.
Vote morning to night. Vote to Barbados Labour Party.
Use that pencil. All righty then. Thank you, caller.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. Oh Lord, that is so funny. But you know, look at this this picture, Dave, you had there with the Santa with the ramen. Did you see the Santa with the ramens? You noticed that they were ramen. It was ramen. Janine. What does that picture mean? Let me tell you, anybody can tell me what this picture means. Oh my goodness. The Santa with the ramen. Santa, this is what she's giving you this Christmas. Ramen. I tell you, social media for the win. Social media for the win. But Dave, you had some you know, something there about the manifesto. The BLP manifesto. Oh my goodness, it's 10:03. What am I talking about? BLP manifesto. We have to do that another night. Right. Somebody said the caller ain't easy. The caller funny. The person's a traitor to the truth. Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about, before we go, we're gonna take a couple minutes, just 2 minutes, and talk to you all about this hook. Right? You see the hook? Look, you see the hook? You gotta be careful with this hook. You see how she's smiling? But she's smiling, big smile, but she got a hook. And you see the fish? Look at the fish. You all see the fish? What's the fish doing? Look at that fish. The fish mouth open, ready to take the hook. The fish mouth is open, ready to take the hook. Huh? Mouth open. What's the bait on the hook? What's the bait that is on the hook? What's the bait? What's the bait on the hook? I can't hear you, Jenny.
It's 21 cents increases those people to receive appointments and the terms leaving statement.
Yes.
And everything is coming.
and everything else that's coming. Everything else that is coming. They brought the Chinese here to give you free medical. Everything's supposed to be happening. Everything that we were supposed to get. All of a sudden we're getting it. Guys, this is a trick. This is a trick. It's lies upon lies. They don't care about you. They are tricking you. And as soon as they get the votes, I am sorry for you. Yes, gullible. Gullible is the word for this fish. Mouth open. Mouth open. Yeah? Mouth open. Let me see here. I'm told to check my phone. Yes. Oh, wow. Where is this? When was this, Janine? Let me know. Oh, right. You see? Uh-huh. Yeah. Like, can I just show the people just before we go? You know, it's a live TV. Dave, check your phone, and we just want to show you that this is what happens here. Yeah, so Ralph Gonzalez is saying he's in Barbados. Right, Janine? Ralph Gonzalez is in Barbados because they wanted him to win, and he lost. You know, and this is the wickedness of these people you see here. They know the hardship that the people in St. Vincent have been going through, but they would have wanted Prime Minister Gonzalez to win, regardless of the hardship that the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines were experiencing, the tears, the sadness, the hurt, because they don't love people. She is just like Ralph Gonzalez, and that's why he can come over here to visit her. Right? He's over here. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, he actually has it. If you can take it down, Mr. Weeks, where he has visiting my friends at the top. He actually has them at the top of the post. At the top. I have to scroll up.
Up.
Yeah.
Scrolling up. Yes. Yeah. So this is 2 hours ago. So he's actually in Barbados. And I know what's going on. They're planning for the elections. Again, these people are just about power. She could not care less about the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The same way she doesn't like us, she don't like them. Yes, this picture is in Barbados.
As their Hello Barbados visiting my friends Myanmar, Mottley, and Hillary Beckles.
Yes, and that's 2 hours ago. I wonder what the comments were saying. It'd be interesting to see the comments. I don't know what the comments are saying. Yeah, but you know, I don't know how somebody could support Ralph Gonzalez. But you know, you can't. This is the mentality of these people. How could they support him? And the only reason that she could support him because she's just like him. Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, guys, this is where we close. We have this wonderful impromptu. It was all about you tonight and you calling in. Let me apologize for Don. You know it's Christmas time and everybody's busy. We wanted, you know, Adrian to come on. He could not come on. Mr. Baba to leave early. And so people are, you know, they are busy preparing for Christmas and doing different things. But we're going to keep it going. We're going to see you again on Friday night when Apostle is going to be on as well. And we'll see who else. We might just have surprise guests for you on Friday night. Okay. So God bless you all. All right. And thank you, Janine. Thanks for your contribution.
Well, good night to everyone. Happy holidays, guys. If I don't see you again before we shut off for a bit.
Yes, God bless. Happy holidays. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Love you all, people. Bye-bye.
Yes, my Jesus coming. Light in the darkness, hope for the nation. Lift up your worship, this is salvation. Joy come down, Jesus Christ is born. Praise ring out, early Christmas morn. Dance and sing, lift your voice again. For the Savior of the world was born in Bethlehem. Joy come down, let your heart rejoice. Break every chain with a mighty praise voice. Clap your hands, tell your neighbor amen. For the King of glory come, born in Bethlehem. Oh, from Nazareth straight to to Galilee shore. Oh. Hear the people chant, we want Jesus more. Oh. Wise men bringing gold and precious spice. Oh. Bowing down low to the holy Christ. Oh, redemption calling, chains of sin now falling. Joy come down, Jesus Christ is born. Oh, praise ring out, early Christmas morn. Hey, yeah, yeah. Dance and sing, lift your voice again. Yeah. For the Savior of the world was born in Bethlehem. Joy come down, let your heart rejoice. Break every chain with a mighty praise voice. Clap your hands, tell your neighbor amen. For the King of glory come, born in Bethlehem. He's Emmanuel, God with us. He's the Prince of Peace, victorious. Oh, lift up your hands, lift up your song. Praise the King who reigns forever strong. Hey, praise him. Hey, hey, praise him. Praise him. Oh, joy come down, and Jesus Christ is born. Oh, praise ring out, early Christmas morn. Dance and sing, lift your voice again. For the Savior of the world was born in Bethlehem. Joy come down, let your heart rejoice. Break every chain with a mighty praise voice. Clap your hands, tell your neighbor amen. For the King of glory come, born in Bethlehem. Joy come down, every nation praise, every country to carry a place. Clap your hands, tell your neighbor man, for the King of glory come, born in Bethlehem. Joy come down, every nation praise, Africa to Caribbean race. Clap your hands, tell your neighbor amen, for King of glory come, born in Bethlehem.